First half of the film is just Steven Seagal being a peeping Tom.
Really
If they were
is.
just like, he just sent the camera guys and said, do us a favour, just follow him, you'll get some good shots of him peeping.
Yeah.
But
I've got another one here, like Seagal just walking around. Somehow Travis hijacks a satellite.
yeah, that's all he does is like walks along the roof, sneaky, peepy, peepy, sneaky, peepy, sneaky, peepy. That's all he does, sneaks and peeps. And welcome back, guys, to another episode of Six and Below. This week, we're on a train journey with the Whisperer himself. I'm Erik, this is Darren.
Welcome into Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Cue the intro. Completely gone. Oh, I turned it down. Sorry, my bad. My bad, everyone. Oh, fuck off. It's been one of them days.
Erik stressed.
I'm not stressed. You're stressed. You're a towel. I'm not a towel. Use a towel.
Alrighty then. So we're live.
Okay, so we're live, yeah. So we finally got round to our first
Intro.
Oh. Welcome back, guys.
The Whisperer.
Yeah, we finally got him. We finally secured him. We finally got him for a film. I'm just glad you picked this one because I think this is probably the least worst. Maybe not even a word, least worst, but maybe
It's the better ones of Steven Seagal.
Under Siege is probably the best one that he's done. And I'd say, not that I've seen many Seagal films anyway, but this one wasn't too bad.
No.
It was better, this film was. I went in with such low expectations about Steven Seagal and his films that it actually surprised me.
Yeah, because the thing is, if you like Erik, where you've never really seen Under Siege, which is like the better ones of Steven Seagal, and then you watch something like Time to Kill or some of the Chinese Businessman or whatever, right? And then you watch them ones first, it's going to put a negative impact on it straight away, even though he's a terrible actor and everything about him. But this is probably one of the better ones that he's done.
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say his acting was particularly bad as such. I think it's just kind of the way he kind of tries to get himself presented in the films is half the issue with this guy. Because all the way through this, it's like there's so many times when people are literally expecting him to just start getting down on his knees, opening his zip and giving him a suck.
I noticed that.
Because they're just so, a lot of people are just so up his ass.
It's really weird.
It is weird.
I mean, it's really, really weird how many times they go down for a little bit of a gobble.
Especially Bobby. It was almost like his character was literally only there to suck on fucking Steven Seagal's bellend and to play with his balls. And I'm sorry to be so crude so early on in the podcast, but it has to be said.
Yeah.
I swear that was the only reason he was in there, and maybe just to kind of fill a bit of diversity because he was the only black guy I've seen in that.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. Yeah, it was actually. I mean, I liked him as character, to be honest with you. But the thing is, as well, I don't know if you knew, right? But Steven Seagal was one of the producers on this.
I'm not surprised.
That is why he's had his hand, and supposedly, I've seen like a lot of comments and stuff saying that behind the scenes, he had a fallout with the directors and the editors because he kept going to the editing room, changing stuff on the scripts, changing things. Oh, I'm Casey Ryback. I'm the best there is. I want everybody to know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. Why does everybody know who he is as well? It's weird.
That is weird. Yeah, I did think that when we get into it later on. As soon as he's Casey Ryback, it's like, oh, he's the best thing ever. He's the best thing since sliced bread. Anything he does, if he became a woman, he'd be the best woman in the world.
Definitely.
But I did get that. But it's but yeah, I did read that in some of the trivia when doing some research for this film that apparently he fell out with kind of like the director and some of the producers after the film because, like you say, he literally, I think, went into the editing room and did a lot of it himself. And sometimes you can tell because, like I say, it's just like it's like a love letter to himself.
It really was.
I'm surprised at some point he didn't just say, you know what, let's just change his name. He's not Casey Ryback anymore. Let's just call him Steven Seagal because this is me. This is real life. This is based on a true story.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't come out and say this happened to me.
Yeah, 100%, mate. Right, before we get into the vitals, let's do a little bit of the clip quiz. So if you think you know what film this is from, let us know down below, or you can contact us on
sixandbelowpodcast@gmail.com.
That is right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
And the link between this movie clip that we'll go play out and this film is it stars one of the people. I don't know if you can guess who it might be.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Mine's bigger than yours, right? It's not fair. Throw it away. All right? Come on, come on. How about if I show you what it's like to be a victim like this guy? Huh? Come on. You're fucking dead, man! Ah, it's still not fair, that's right. Okay, how about this? I'll get down on my knees. Is this any better? Come and get some.
Was that a porno with Steven Seagal?
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
It did a bit.
Mine's bigger than yours. Let me see. Let me get down on my knees.
Yeah, it was almost. It's like the one when we did the other week with
Van Damme.
Van Damme when we did Time Cop and it was Kickboxer. And oh my god, I think there's a scene. If you get a chance, go and watch Kickboxer. It's near the beginning anyway. The podcast. Even like you start talking a bit too early and it just goes. And I was just like.
I'll take it, but looking at your face, then you didn't have a clue what film that's from.
No. To be honest, like I know we talk about Steven Seagal probably a bit more than we probably should. We have an award named after him, the Golden Seagull Award. But surprisingly, I've not actually seen many of his films. I've seen Under Siege, but it was a long time ago. I can't really remember what happens. I know he's some kind of cook on a battleship or something, but other than that, I can't really remember. But I can kind of guess what the film's going to be about.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before. And I can't think of another film other than I think he did one with DMX at some point. Don't ask me what it's called, but I know I've seen that because I remember a scene. I think a scene in the film is DMX walks into like a Lamborghini ship with a bag full of money and basically drives off with a Lamborghini.
That's Romeo Must Die, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
is that not even that film?
I don't think it's that film.
Oh,
no.
well, I might not have seen it then. I don't fucking know.
That's a great film, though. Romeo Must Die.
Is that what I must be confusing the films then? Because I know I've seen a film with DMX in, and when you mentioned the other day that he'd done a film with Steven Seagal, I just automatically thought that must have been it, but no. Maybe I'm getting confused.
I mean, I could be getting confused, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I honest to God, don't know.
Right. Get into the vitals then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right, the vitals for this film are released in 1995. An old one.
This has an 18.
Yeah, back in the day, I think they kind of threw 18s on anybody who got shot or killed or anything. I think it's gone a bit more relaxed now. It probably would have been a 15 this day and age if it came out now.
Probably a 12. There wasn't much gore or anything.
Nah, it's just people getting shot, really, wasn't it? I mean, I suppose you could say, obviously, Seagal slapping everybody around is quite aggressively.
At one point, he does get pretty slappy, doesn't he?
Yeah, very much so. I'll talk about that later as well. When I was watching that scene, I was like, is this guy for real?
I know. He's supposed to be, what is it Seagal does now? Is it Aikido or something?
Bullshit ego.
Isn't it supposed to be like a fake martial?
Yeah, he like invented himself, yeah.
Because if you ever get a chance to look at the backstory for Steven Seagal, I mean, the guy is all over the place.
Oh my God.
Even his surname, like we joke and we call him Seagal. But apparently, like I think even his mum came out and said, yeah, the surname is Seagal. Changed it to Seagal to make it sound more exotic.
Yeah, well, here's something about him anyway, right?
Yeah.
Not you. But he's a con man, pretty much. I've seen it like some YouTube documentary thing on him. He's grown up doing odd martial arts and stuff, got black belts, and then he's gone over to Japan.
That was it, yeah.
Right, and then he's gone over to Japan. He's got married. He's had a kid over there, and then he's met somebody in America in Hollywood who's I think she's done films or like supporting actress or something. So then he's moved over there, got with her, got married to her. So he's married to two people at the same time.
A little bit of bigamy.
Yeah. And then he supposedly had another kid with her, and then that's how he got into the film industry. Because he had his own karate dojo over in Japan as well, but it wasn't really doing that great, supposedly.
Wasn't it supposed to be like he went around saying that he was the only foreigner in Japan that was teaching Aikido?
Yeah.
But it turns out it wasn't his dojo; it was his wife over there, her dad's.
Yeah.
Or something like that, yeah.
It's proper shady, a lot of the stuff that he's done. It just seems like he's a proper con man, you know, like the way he's getting about and stuff.
Yeah.
He leeches on people for stuff.
He does, and yeah, some of the stories you hear, like about him making out like he's a police deputy somewhere, which apparently
One on Amazon.
kind of wasn't true. Yeah.
Do you know what? We just talk about that. Have you actually seen any clips of that thing?
What, when he drives through someone's wall with a...
Well,
which thing are we talking about? Because there's about 20.
Yeah, the TV series that he done on Amazon back in the day, where he was a legitimate police officer and he was following them around with the cameras and that lot, and he's talking as if he's in one of his Hollywood films and that, and he's wearing like full camo gear as if he's like some green beret in like a desert storm with like a scarf and that around his neck. He's like 25 stone, proper overweight. And he's going in like to people. He's like, yeah, it's not my first rodeo. This.
You ever seen the South Park when they rip the shit out of it?
I've not actually.
Have you not?
No, not off the top of my head. I probably would have, but
you come in and he's just fat as fuck, and he's rolling around and stuff, pretending like he's like being, I don't know, like he's in a film, like you say. But have you seen that one? I think I have mentioned it on one of our previous podcasts. We were talking about it, and he drove an ATV through someone's wall. Not an ATV, sorry. What am I thinking of? What's like a tank? Like a tank. He drove it. They went to serve a warrant to someone who I think was like cop fighting or something like that. So all he went to do was to serve a warrant or something like that. Obviously, this is allegedly. I don't know I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. But he decides to jump in a tank because the film crew are there and try and make it seem a bit better, and goes through the wall. And I think the guy ended up suing the police department because he killed his dog or something. He basically drove the wall and killed the poor guy's dog, and they're only there, like I say, to serve a warrant. And he just did it for the views because he thinks he's Mr. Army fucking Action Jackson.
Yeah, completely, mate. Completely.
But to me, it just seems like he exaggerates everything in his life, and I mean, it must be a horrible way to live your life as well.
No, it's not like legit, is it?
Thinking your shit don't stink.
Yeah, but it stinks quite a bit.
So much, even over the years, like with the Me Too movement and stuff like that, allegedly. And so many rumours of him. I think even in this, it's rumoured that with Catherine Hegel?
Yeah, supposedly he tried it on with her, and she's only 16 in real life when she's filming this as well.
Well, there was a thing in the trivia on IMDb. Again, I'm getting this third hand. I wasn't there, I never saw it. But something about when she was 16, she filmed squeezing a boob, and she was only 16.
Yeah. There was another actress as well who was meant to play a role in this. I can't remember what role she was meant to play, whether it meant to be that role of Sarah. Supposedly, she'd been in Playboy before. So for the audition...
Jenny McCarthy it was.
Yeah, so for the audition, Seagal wanted her to strip naked so he could like get a bit of a view and stuff. Like, even though throughout the whole film, there's no scene where they're actually naked.
I know. And it would have been inappropriate anyway because it's supposed to be...
Yeah.
I mean... Well, no, I know what you mean, because didn't she... I think I read that because didn't she turn around and said, if you want to see me naked, buy the Playboy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Jenny McCarthy, if I remember rightly. But even so, where do you get off doing that? Yeah, it says here, according to Jenny McCarthy, she auditioned for the role of Ellie for Steven Seagal. She claimed that during the audition, Seagal ordered her to strip naked as he found out that she'd been a Playboy Playmate of the Year, even though the role did not require nudity.
Yeah.
Young Willie told him that he wanted to see him naked, she should buy the Playboy edition that she posed for and stormed out. Yeah. I don't know. There's also that thing as well that apparently he broke Sean Connery, I can never say his name, Sean Connery's arm during martial arts.
A lot of stuntmen have always said that as well. Like, he doesn't hold his punches when he does the fighting.
Yeah.
Like, he always goes too aggressive and injures people.
I was wondering in this whether he didn't hold back his slaps, maybe.
Could have been, mate. I mean, like, he killed somebody with a karate chop on one scene. Generally.
He killed one guy, but it looked like he was fucking tickling his neck. I mean, Jesus, it's like, for someone who is supposed to like be this Aikido master or something like that, martial arts, so bad.
Oh, it's really bad. Right, let's get back into the vitals anyway before we lose track.
Go on.
Runtime 1 hour and 40.
Yeah.
IMDb rating 5.5, Metacritic 52, Rotten Tomatoes, critics 34%, audience 38. Which I think they were a bit harsh.
I don't know. Audience 38.
Yeah.
I don't know.
34 for critics. Budget 60 million.
60
Box office gross.
How much of that went to Seagal? Do you know?
I don't know. I didn't really check because he's part producer and stuff. They would have given it a little backhander as well, wouldn't it, somewhere? Box office gross 104 million. Other films that beat this in the same year, which is 1995, Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, Jumanji, and Mortal Kombat. All three of them done better in this film.
Mortal Kombat did better than this.
Yeah.
The thing is,
I think it was a lot better film, though, personally.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Debatable.
The fight scenes, come on, you can't deny that.
Oh, the fight scenes, definitely. If he took some of his slapping techniques in combat,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have made it past the boat.
That's right.
Again, Mortal Kombat. We've done that. Go and watch it.
Yep, go check it out.
Go check it out. Yeah.
This film was rated number 35 of the year.
Yeah.
It was higher grossing than the following films: Judge Dredd,
Right.
Assassins. You seen that one?
One's that? Well,
I loved that film as a kid. It's one with Sylvester Stallone
yeah.
and Antonio Banderas. Both play assassins,
Right. It does ring a bell.
and they try and like fight each other, type thing. I think they're both going for like the same target.
Yeah.
And Billy Madison.
I suppose it doesn't really take much to be them, especially like Judge Dredd.
Yeah,
That's on our list.
it is on our list, mate. I can't wait to do that one, to be honest with you.
Judge Dredd.
Directed by and written by, do you want to let us know?
Yeah, so it was directed by a chap called Jeff Murphy, who is actually known for Young Guns 2, The Blaze of Glory. And then it seems like afterwards he's kind of gone into being more of a second unit director, because he was actually a second unit director on Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Oh, cool.
And also Dante's Peak in 1996, which has a 6.0. So it was written by, it had 3 writers. It was written by Richard Tatum. He was known for Mothman Prophecies, the screenplay for that. And then he's done a lot of TV work. So he's, some of the notable ones I've noticed he's wrote episodes for Supernatural, Dead Zone, Grimm, and most recently Titans. He's done 13 episodes of that, like the DC one with Robin and all them.
Right. Is that the kids one?
I don't think it's a kids one. I think it's like one of the like DC series. But he's done 13 episodes of that.
Right.
And then there's Matt Reeves. So he's known for he wrote the War for Planet of the Apes from 2017. That's a 7.4. So he wrote that, and he wrote Batman, the latest one with Robert Pattinson in.
All right.
He directed and wrote it.
Oh, nice.
So Matt Reeves, one of the writers for this, and then the final writer was a guy called J.F. Layton. I might be not pronouncing that very well, but Layton. And he's known as the writer of Pretty Woman from 1990 with Julia Roberts, 7.1 on IMDb. And another one, which I've not seen for years, which I was surprised has a low rating, Chain Reaction, with Keanu Reeves.
Great film, that.
1996, 5.6. So he was the writer for that.
Really?
Yeah.
5.6?
5.6, yeah.
I remember that being a really good film.
Keanu. I can't remember it too
That's
much.
That's into the list.
But I remember seeing it as a kid again, but I think it's just one of these where it's another one where we come across and we're like, I love that as a kid, and it turns out that it's absolutely apparently been panned. And
Double Impact.
That was pretty terrible. I only watched it as an adult though. But Beethoven is a good one, because Beethoven, we both agreed, was a brilliant film, a childhood classic.
Stood the time of test.
And we had to review it on here because it was below 6, because that's what we do.
That's it.
And then starring, so we have the Whisperer himself, as you've mentioned, as we've talked about quite a bit so far, Steven Seagal. As Casey Ryback. We got, don't know how to pronounce his name, Erik Bogosayan as Travis Dane, so he's the main bad guy. Everett McGill as Marcus Penn, who is kind of the bad guy's kind of lead henchman. Katherine Heigl as Sarah Ryback. So you'll know her from like Knocked Up, probably. Yeah. Morris Chestnut as Bobby Zaks. Now he's got a recognizable face, and all I can see what he's done a lot of TV work. And then Peter Green, who is credited as Mercenary 1. But Peter Green, I kept recognizing him, and as you mentioned before, he was the bad guy in The Mask. He was also in Pulp Fiction as one of the guys that were gonna anally violate, shall we say? I forgot his name now. The big fella. There were some of the generals and stuff like that, but I didn't recognize. The only other one I did actually was the main general at the beginning. He's out of that 70s show. Played Red Foreman. That 70s show.
Not sure about that.
Not recognizing the first like general guy that walked in. Anyway, put a picture up here.
Is it the one with the bald head?
The one with the bald head, yeah.
I know you're on about. Yeah, I've seen him.
Never watched that 70s show.
No, but I know you're on about now, actually, yeah.
So yeah, it's him.
Right, some more general notes as well.
Yeah.
Gary Busey was hired to play the main bad guy.
Again, wasn't he the first one?
That's the way it went. They went a bit wrong on it. Because Gary Busey was hired to play the bad guy, but he was killed on the first Under Siege movie.
How was that going to work?
God knows. But when it was discovered that Busey had play or pay deal, which meant he got his fee when he was in a film or not. So Busey was paid $750K, which came out of Seagal's pocket as a producer, and he didn't do a day of filming. Now that is winning.
That is winning, but fuck me, I bet Steven Seagal was not happy about that.
I mean, how did he like mess that up? You know, because Steven Seagal was in the first film, so he knows that Gary Busey was in the first film and got killed.
Was it him that hired him though for the second film?
I don't know, mate, but
yeah,
someone's messed up big time.
Maybe did nobody from this film watch the first film to find out?
It's
he
bizarre,
died.
isn't it?
So let me get this right. So he died in the first film, and some idiot decided to try and bring him back. I bet Gary Busey was sat there like, yeah, right,
Yeah,
where do I
right.
sign? Can I have one of them pay or play deals, please? Because yeah. No. Just if you get me that, I'll even cut my fee to 750,000. There we go.
Yeah.
I'll do it half price, you know. And he just sat there like, as soon as someone realizes.
I bet you, right? As soon as he signed it, right, a week later, he's actually rang up himself as like an anonymous phone call. And just let you know, the guy you just hired for your bad guy, he died in the first one. They're like, oh, shit. He was like, see you later.
Jesus, I'll take my money now, please. Some dumbass shit like that.
Oh, it's really bad,
Sorry,
isn't it?
but that's possibly the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. I mean, it's great for him, like, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's great for Gary Busey, yeah.
Yeah. In the beginning of the film, when they're at a train station, you see Casey and Sarah Ryback added onto the passenger manifest, no for all the names.
Yeah.
The other names that were on there were the film's crew members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a finger.
It saves having to try and make up names, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Did you notice as well, everybody smokes like crazy in the 90s films?
Mate, that guy, though, what's his name? Decker.
I've got him down here somewhere. Yeah, Captain, isn't it? Captain.
The guy
Gaza.
No, the guy, the CIA guy. The one who's, is that his name? I don't know, anyway.
The one who's in the control room who had a cigarette in his mouth every single scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Captain Gaza, that one.
Okay, right. So I'm not being funny, but have you noticed that this guy looks like he never, ever held a cigarette before that first scene? When
it's a bit weak.
Talking to that woman, because he's like it's almost like he didn't know which end to smoke.
He looked like he couldn't handle stress either.
No.
Because he was like...
every time. I honest to God don't know why they just gave him a cigarette every time he was because, like I say, he looks like he'd never smoked a cigarette before in life, and I bet he's a 20 a day now after doing this.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially having Steven Seagal, but at least they didn't have to share a scene together.
Yeah. Another thing I did notice as well, do trains have air vents that you can just crawl around in?
Apparently.
Because I've been on quite a few trains. But fair enough, I've never been on like a double-decker train, but I've never seen an air vent on a train where you can literally crawl from the toilets to like 4 carriages down the line. Do you know what I mean? It's weird.
Weird. I never really thought about that.
Yeah.
Because numerous times he goes, like, it's almost like, do you know, like they do on like plane hijack?
Or Die Hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's what this is described as in some circles, as Die Hard on a train.
It came out after it as well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. And I hate to say this, I really, really do, right? But you think this is like the original John Wick? Because they both wear suits and martial arts.
Possibly.
You know what I mean? And they're both like elite in the fields. I mean, hey, I probably just like grasping at this because obviously they're both wearing suits and that. But
I think you are grasping at straws a bit with that one, mate.
It's just him running around with a suit on. That's all my general notes. Anyway.
No, well, to be fair, if you notice, you don't actually see him run.
Oh no, he just does a brisk jog.
Gently strolls or like a little dad run, like Arnie and Jingle all the way. Just
yeah, it certainly is, mate.
Just like when you're running for the boss, but you don't want to run too hard. But wait.
Yeah, I'm running across the zebra crossing. Like,
even later on, when a fucking train's coming to him, we'll go into that in a bit.
With that, I noticed that as well, mate. I really did. Get into the movie notes. Just before I do, though.
Yeah.
For some reason, if you're watching this on YouTube, right, you can see this. But Seagal's actually stroking your head right now.
I should have known you'd have done something. I'm surprised his crotch isn't in my face. That's usual. Although,
look at the microphone.
Oh,
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I swear down.
Of course, yeah.
But if you put your head back a little bit more, right, he's got a gun to you like a hostage.
Ah,
He was stroking you.
don't shoot me,
You're
Mr.
blowing him off.
Seagull.
Oh, he's got a gun to your head.
Don't shoot me, Mr.
Oh.
Seagull. Jesus.
Okay, moving on.
Seagull Jesus.
Starts off, doesn't it, with a bit of like an Apollo mission of a satellite being placed into orbit
Yeah.
with an 8-bit computer system for, is it NASA or anything? What are they? Is it Pentagon?
What, they're blasting it off into space?
Yeah.
Well, it's NASA who are sending it up. So
Yeah,
it's their
but-
space shuttle.
Yeah, but it's the same control room like you see later on as well.
Oh, I'm not sure. Because the control room that the ATAC is just bloody daft. But I'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, this I don't know.
I don't think it says destination, does it? Where
Doesn't
it
it?
is or anything?
I did notice that the like when the so they're putting the satellite into space, the launching this satellite.
Yeah.
Like, is it me? Or did the CGI look like it was stop motion animation?
Yeah, it was pretty poor.
It was absolutely terrible, and it looked like they'd put one of them Mr. Handies in Fallout into space, like with all the hands and everything. There was like a corkscrew on one, like I don't know, a
Spatula.
spatula, a spatula, a knife, a fork. It just looked like it just opened up to kitchen utensils. I don't think it knew what it was supposed to be.
No, yeah, it was a little bit weird. And the first thing they do with a multi-million-dollar satellite is to zoom in some birds sunbathing topless.
Yeah, yeah, that guy was way too into that. I mean, he just puts a big pair of tits up on the screen.
I mean, right, what is the chances of this? Let's just throw it out there for a second.
Go on.
The planet is a big bloody place. They're in orbit with a satellite and they're testing out how much it can zoom in. So they start zooming into a random part of America. I think it's like Florida or maybe California. I can't remember where it was, yeah. So they keep zooming in. And guess what? They happen to come across the only bird in California, which is sunbathing topless in the back garden. Straight onto it. Do you know what I mean?
I know it was look. It was almost like, I don't know, like it was. The guy was called Jim, wasn't it? Because I've just put test the zoom to spy on someone sunbathing. Jim, you horny bastard. It's like, but the thing is as well, right? So they have they deployed this satellite, and I just wanted to mention as well, just going back to why was the noise in space when deploying the satellite? It was going. So that's another thing that how I like kind of my realism.
And there's no sound in space because of there's no atmosphere or whatever it is to go through.
Yeah, exactly. But then the other thing is when we moved to the ATAC building, and the guy was Kurtwood Smith from the 70s show. That was his name. So as he's walking through and he's getting scanned, they have some kind of weird scanner that goes over them.
That was weird.
It was weird, but as they're being scanned, somehow they managed to get all the way into the building before anyone bothers to scan them. And not to mention, when they are being scanned, they're in front of glass doors and can see straight into the massive screen in the control room anyway. So I was just wondering, why are they scanning them when they're going through, when why let them get all the way into the building, get to the glass doors when they can see everything before even like scanning them? And what are they scanning them for at this point? I didn't get it.
Have you seen the film Resident Evil?
Which one?
The first one, Resident Evil.
Oh yeah,
the film.
Yeah.
Do you know that red laser which comes through and slices everybody up?
Yeah.
It could have been that. That's why it went green. It's like access allowed. If it was access denied, it just slices them in half with laser.
You think he's literally just scanning for their identity?
Yeah.
But then again, like I say, there's glass doors, so it's not like, he could have just stood on the outside and just peered through and like got his notepad out and just wrote down what was on the screen or just took a few photos or something.
That's it. And then we move on to the next scene now. We meet Casey Ryback for the first time. And it turns out it's some like celebrity chef that everybody loves. He walks into the restaurant. Everybody's like, "Hey, Casey, you okay? Oh, he's the best chef ever. Oh, he's the best guy ever."
Oh, yeah. I put that. Everyone just like looking on the end of his dick as he walked past.
Yeah, I put licking his ass.
Yeah. Proper just licking it. The scene opens up, doesn't it? And there's like there's some chef there.
Yeah.
He obviously works with him, mate. And he's like, he's late, he's always bloody late. And he pulls up and then some guy just salutes him and goes, he goes, like, he says, "Oh, thanks for the service," or something like that, or "Thanks for your help." And he's like, "He's just come off a special operation." All right, yeah. Because when
because you're a civvy, you've actually retired from the Navy, but yet, when Black Ops calls, you got to go and do what you do.
And for some reason, they debrief you outside your restaurant, and some guy follows you back just to salute you and say,
As you do.
Crack on, lad.
As you do.
The scene was daft, but yeah.
I think it was a pointless all that, me.
What do you mean?
That whole scene was just pointless.
Yeah, it was, because all it's giving us is it just gives us a bit of an info dump as to
How good he is.
well, how good he is at being a chef, right? Because he literally, because he was a chef in the first one, he's now the world's best chef, and everyone. Yeah, I think even the chef guy that's kind of following him to into the restaurant after him is saying, the customers come to see you. They don't come here to see me. You can't go. You can't go. No one wants to eat my food.
Yeah.
They only come here to see you. It's like, no, they don't. They don't. No. They don't. I can tell right now that I wouldn't eat something that Steven Seagal has fucking.
No.
Even if he made, I wouldn't trust him to make me a jam sandwich.
No, definitely not, mate.
It's like, well, it's just an info dump, because he goes to his desk at the back of the restaurant, and there's this like picture of him and his niece and his brother, the estranged brother, who, I'm not being funny, did you take a proper look at that picture?
No.
The brother's kind of just stood there like he doesn't want to be in the picture. And then Seagal's like behind the girl with his hands on her shoulders. And he's kind of sat there all awkward holding a big teddy bear.
Was he doing a bit of like a Joe Biden sniffing her hair?
I wouldn't have been surprised if, like, literally just before they took the photo, he had just took a big sniff of her hair, and the guy like next to him's like, photograph with this. It just looked awkward. I don't know, like, if we can pull it up here with that snippet of it. But yeah, it just looked random. But and then just coming back to the ATAC command center as well.
Yeah.
What's with the captains and the captain?
Everybody's called captain. There's no lieutenants or anything in there, or admirals or anything. They're all captains.
Captain, fill in your thingy codes and all stuff like that. And we also get a little bit of a dump there when that Jim, again, this Jim kind of pops his head up every now and then. Don't get why he's even there. He's like just this weird character, and he goes, NASA thinks this is a weather satellite. Thanks, Jim.
So it's not NASA then, at least.
No, no, it's not NASA. It's funded by the CIA, isn't it?
Yeah, 'cause it's like secret ops, isn't it?
That was his name. Breaker is the CIA guy, but he's like never. It looks like he's never smoked a fag before. And then we get a little info dump that Travis Dane has drove his car into a lake, but there was no body found. So at that point, I was like, obviously never seen this before. I was like, I wonder who the bad guy's going to be then.
I wonder who.
It was just so obvious. It's like, he crashed his car into a lake after he was fired here and so on. It's like, have you found the body yet? Like, yeah, because that's yeah, whatever.
I mean, how did he know he actually went in the lake? Did somebody see him or something? I was like,
yeah, because he found his car in the lake. Found what was apparently a suicide. He said, "Chance favors the prepared mind," is what he says it a few times throughout.
He does actually. Says it late near the end as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, because he puts it up on the screen after he's took over the satellite.
We see Casey then goes to the train station looking for his next victim, like some rapist, as he tries to find his niece. Did you get that feel? He was going over to every single woman, giving her like a proper creepy look, and then he'll move on. He'll look them up and down.
Yeah.
Look on to the next one. At one point, he actually walks over to a Chinese woman. So it's been 5 years since the frigging seen her last. It's not changed that much.
Kind of changed race just to hide from him. But no, I did notice that like, and all the girls as well, they had to give him that smile like he's the most good looking guy in the world. Like he's kind of checking them out, walking along, like being all creepy, like Steven Seagal is. And it
was really weird, wasn't it? It was really weird because he's walking down, and then he'll look at her, and then you go, "Oh, is that her niece?" And then a boyfriend will walk over, and they'll walk off together. And then somebody else would get up and walk off somewhere, and like just dragging them out of scene for whatever reason.
Like you say, it's only 5 years, but then again, the last picture he had of her wasn't her because it was a different actress.
Yeah, true.
So he's going around looking for this little girl that's like just not Catherine Heigl, whatever her name is. Yeah, he's just walking around looking for her, like you say, but it's only been 5 years, and surely he should have a good idea what she looks like. Again, he's got a picture of her, but yeah, to say.
Yeah, because she's 16 in this, and she was 11 when the last seen each other.
Yeah,
that's like 5 years. But yeah, you won't change that much, especially race. Yeah. So then next we get the train porter, Bobby. That was a proper tryhard with her. I mean, how old is Bobby meant to be in this?
God knows. He looks like he's in his early 20s. But at first, I thought the way he was acting, I thought they knew each other. Like he was like kind of waiting for her, but he jumps on her like some kind of predator.
Oh yeah,
And-
it was really weird. Like I say, she's generally 16.
Yeah.
Right, and she's playing like a 16-year-old or maybe a 14-year-old in the film.
Yeah.
And I would say he was about 28, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, because he's old enough that he's got a job working on the bloody trains.
Yeah.
As a porter.
And we're looking at about 200 guests getting on the train because it looks really busy when everybody's getting on. So I don't know where everybody goes throughout the film. Like they're all just disappeared, aren't they? There's 200 get on. There's not 200 getting off at the last carriage, like at the end. And he just ignores every single person around and just latches onto her and even follows her upstairs to the second floor of the car and then around as well.
Well, that's why like my first thoughts was, did they know each other? Because the way you kind of hopped on her, I need to carry your bag. What compartment you in? Stuff like this. It was just kind of like he was a bloody tryhard, and it was kind of like, why did he just jump on her? But obviously it's because he wanted to bang her. But then I'm thinking, well, obviously he's obviously way too young for him because, like you say, he looks like he's about 28.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just. I like I say at first I thought, oh, they know each other, or waiting there for her. Maybe that's her boyfriend or something. But no, that's the first time they bloody meet, and it's just a weird encounter. But then again, she comes from a weird bloody family, so it doesn't really surprise me. And then so when they're walking up there as well with the teddy bear, that was weird.
Yeah.
I know you used to like teddy bears when you were little, and I thought, well, it's not as good as your teddy bear you used to have, but I've got a picture of you in my office and it's got you with a teddy bear and you look like I just sniffed your hair. So I thought, you know what, I get you another teddy bear. Here's a teddy bear, Catherine. And she goes, yeah, cheers. And he goes, oh, well, I guess I'm not trained for this. Like, who the fuck are you talking to, for dude? Who you saying these little lines to yourself to? It's like, why? Just keep it in your head. Shut up. Stop giving you teddy bears. Why are you even on the train with her anyway? I know. Oh, I know why. Because her parents have just died in a plane crash.
Yeah.
And he couldn't make it to the funeral and so on. Well, one, why is she even there anyway? And why is she waiting for him in the train station? Like, where has she come from? Where has she come from? Why is he meeting with her? Why is he taking her anywhere? Where are they going to? I don't get it. Why are they even on the... Is it explained at any point? Have I missed something?
I don't know, like I say, it is a bit weird because the brothers or her dad's died,
Yeah.
and then he's got to go on vacation with her.
Exactly.
For whatever reason.
Why? I get. Obviously, they kind of answer the question as to why they're on the train and why they're not taking a plane or anything, or why not even just drive. I mean, surely one of them he could rent a car at the very least. But
yeah,
I don't. I just didn't get why. Why it was almost like because. Well, they've done Die Hard in a building. They've done Die Hard on a plane. What have they not done it on? Oh, well, the first film was on a boat, so they couldn't do that. Oh, train. We'll do it on a train. All right, then, yeah. Fucking train.
Don't you think it's been a little bit coincidental that the first Under Siege Ryback was involved? It was on a boat, naval ship, getting took over. And now he's just gone vacation and happened to be on the same train.
I know, just happened to choose a train that's about to be hijacked for... Well, I mean, who the fuck hijacks a train? Have you ever heard of a train being hijacked? It's the stupidest thing to hijack
No.
because
I get the premise.
It's not like you can deviate from anywhere. If as soon as you found out that you've hijacked the train, it's not like you can suddenly turn around and go the other way, or you can go like I don't know off in that direction because they're just stuck on the tracks. It's like it's the stupidest effing thing to fucking hijack. I don't know why I'm saying effing and then fucking, but it's the stupidest thing in the world to hijack. Who hijacks a train?
I get why they were doing it in a way because they wanted to be a moving target, didn't they? So not stuck in the same location all the
Use
time.
a plane then?
I think planes use too much fuel, don't they?
I don't know, but they weren't on it for that long.
Yeah. I've just checked out anyway. For Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, the actor at the time was 26.
And yeah, you can tell. So 10 years older. So yeah, she's full on jailbait for him. She was that young. I can't even comment to what she looks like. I wouldn't even feel comfortable saying anything about her because she was actually 16 at the time.
Yeah.
But I mean, chill out. Who the hell decided that he's going to jump all over her? Because it's not the first time he makes kind of advance. her.
Well,
And
he
he's
does it
not,
several times.
well, he's not the
throughout.
only character as well that does make advances towards her.
Yeah. We get to see a bit of the bad guy for the first time, don't we? So we see the dude from The Mask.
Yeah,
plays
so he's
mercenary
going outside.
one.
That's as the captain's arriving in it, because captain's from ATAC at the beginning.
Yeah.
So there's two captains, as a man captain and the woman captain, and they're meeting on the train to see if tab A fits into slot
Yeah.
B.
Pretty much, yeah. So we've got Linda and David, haven't we?
Mate, she
was fit, actually. She would get the hot baby award, I reckon.
yeah,
She reminds me a little bit of, isn't it Michelle Pfeiffer?
yeah, she does have that look.
From
doesn't
that
she?
Basic Instinct.
Yeah, it's not Michelle Pfeiffer. What? Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone. Yeah.
She does a bit. Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Reminds me of, no, from that, like, scene. Yeah, she was hot, to be fair.
She was pretty fit, but I don't know about you, but when I first kind of seen her on the train with him, and obviously, like I say, I was watching it for the first time. I thought that it was going to turn out that she was in.
I thought that as well, especially when
She
you know what happens later on.
She just kind of has that face of like, I'm going to screw you and screw you over.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, we see Linda and David, both captains, getting onto the train, and as soon as the wheels are in motion,
Yeah.
they're at it.
Good things come to those who wait. Okay, you've waited long enough.
Yep. Then it cuts to a scene with a few army camo jeeps with the bad guys hijacking an outpost. The first of the guy shoots the guards with a pistol, and then Total just turns up, mate, with a bloody SMG and starts lacing it into a radio. Like, why can't you use the switch?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Why can't you just you shot shit out of the radio? Why can't you just turn it off?
Yeah, literally, I think it was Marcus or whoever it was, used like a pistol, one shot onto like one guy. But then Toto, he has like the SMG, mate, just empties a full clip into a bloody radio.
Standing bull.
Yeah, it's like, dude, do you know how much ammunition we've got on us? We've got to hijack a chain yet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Spare
Just
your
wait.
bullet. I mean, the thing as well is when you pull up at that gate, did you notice what the code was? £69.
Was it?
69 hash. Like, it was literally two digits, like 69 hash to get into an army base. And I don't even fucking know why they were robbing the helicopters in the first place. Surely, like, they could have just. They seemed well equipped and like in the know anyway, so they could have maybe just borrowed one. But that whole scene just did not make sense. I don't get. They didn't need them. The only time they needed them was towards the end, and
It's a different helicopter.
And even then, they didn't need them, and there was only one. And it's almost because it is. I reckon that Penn guy just said, "I'll only do it if I can arrive in helicopter." And they're like, "All right, but you got to nick your own." There was no need for them to even go to that base.
That's a good point.
And the other thing is, you mentioned about Penn walking in and shooting that guy.
Yeah.
There was a couple of times, like, there was only like literally 4 people at this army base. There was a guy there, and there was a guy in the back room, and
you get 2 what have been banging in the bloody air hangar. They both came out like zipping the pants up and just got shot straight out. I was like,
he did.
What have them 2 been up to in there? And that's it. And these like multi-million-pound army helicopters, which like they're like fighter-style helicopters. And the one later on is more of like a little helibird or whatever it bloody is, little bird.
It was. But,
So it's a different helicopter.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah.
Because he was like, yeah, I know what you mean, actually. Yeah, it was only. Well, no, what I was going to say was, so he walks in and he shoots the guy behind the desk.
Yeah.
Right? And the guy in the back comes round and he goes, "Hey. All right.
You just shot Jeff.
Yeah. Hey, you're not supposed to be shooting my people in here." But the way he just comes around and goes, "Hey." And I don't think, I think the voice was added afterwards. But it's like, you just want, in an army base, you just heard someone come in and then shooting start. You wouldn't just walk around the corner and go, "Hey guys, keep it down."
Yeah, I'll get my gun drawn, mate, and I'll be in like a position as soon as somebody walks down the corner. It's not my mate.
Yeah, but then the guys who come out the hangar with doing the pans up do the exact same thing. They hear the helicopters taking off. They probably heard all the gunshots, and then they just walk out and they go, "Hey," and then they get mowed down. But then I'm like, well, first of all, couple of questions. First of all, why are you going into this army base? I get you nick the helicopters, but why do you need them? Because you don't really use them.
Yeah.
The other thing as well is why are there only 4 people at this army base? Why is the code to the army base only like 2 digits? And again, why did you shoot the radio? Because the bullet.
One thing I gathered on this, mate, they don't like radios.
Yeah.
Because you see about 6 or 7 radios getting shot for whatever reason.
Weird.
Maybe Segal, the director or something, is like radioist.
Yeah. And then we're back on the train now. We see Casey being a bit more noncy with his niece. Sarah's mad at Casey for having a fallout with her dad. And Casey whispers back to her, and she gets a bit more mad because she doesn't understand what he's talking. She doesn't talk at normal audio volumes. Sarah starts getting hit on by Bobby again, and she shows him a little bit of bushy Tito, and she throws him over.
Bushy Tito. Well, right, just that bar scene. Is it me, or I know you mentioned not, but picture this, right? You're the bartender. There's a young girl, obviously just about 10 minutes ago, has tried to come and buy.
Yeah,
no. And then some old guy who looks nothing like her, not even kind of like, he looks quite tanned and all Native American he looks.
Yeah.
And he comes along and goes, that girl over there, what's she drinking? You're like, fuck off, pervert. she's drinking fucking Coke. What's it got to do with you? You fucking pervert. You noncy bastard.
Yeah.
Why does she even entertain it? It's just creepy. Anytime they're in a scene together, it's creepy. And all I'm thinking is that was today, you'd be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah. That's it. But even like after that as well, like when Bobby tries it on with her, he goes, "Oh, show me your best moves and stuff," trying to be a bit flirty. Put his arm on her shoulder or something. She like flips him over.
Yeah.
And she's like, my top uncle who's like the war hero with everything that saves the world every single day. He taught me a few things.
Yeah. She does, because then he comes to the bar where Casey is, and then starts kind of, he's obviously he's an employee on this train, right?
Yeah.
So he's at work, and Casey is a customer, and he comes along. The only time he's met this guy is once, and that was when he was trying to hit on his knee. Yeah. What cabin are you in? And Seagal goes, she's in mine, and takes the bag. That's the only interaction they've had so far, right? And then for some reason, he gets thrown over by her, like you say. But then he comes to the bar and starts slagging her off to him, saying, your niece is like a firecracker and all stuff like that.
Oh wow, yeah.
And like she's and what does she say now? It's
Forgot about like it does.
Yeah, and why is Bobby swearing and talking like he knows it? And it's like, dude, you're a paying customer, and shouldn't be speaking to him like this.
If I was going out with my niece and then some 28-year-olds came over and try like hit on her, I'd be like, "You doing there, you nonce?" Yeah. I mean, you won't just like brush over it.
You noncy bastard. If anyone's going to be noncy, it's going to be me. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's,
yeah.
But when they're at the bar as well and they're talking, and she's I notice like she says, "Oh, how come you fell out with me, my dad and stuff like that?" And he goes, "Well, time goes by, it seems to fly before you know it." And I'm like, as if he just said the word fly to her. Her parents have just died in a fucking and he's used the word fly. I thought that's a bit harsh. And then he has to take the opportunity to say, "Well, your dad's actually a bit of a dick. You know, you don't get them medals from being a choir boy."
Yeah,
she's got that Navy Cross on him. And all of a sudden, she comes over. And he's at the bar, and she wants to be friends. And I couldn't tell whether she was being manipulative.
I think so.
Or whether it was just bad acting. I couldn't tell.
I think it's more manipulative type of thing. I think she had like a hidden agenda. She was going to try and get out of him. But this next scene, it doesn't make any sense, right? For some reason, Casey is now in the back area baking a cake with two other chefs, looking confused as they watch him. He puts the mix into the microwave, and it actually says 15 minutes on high, and the rest is up to God.
Yeah, that scene really freaked me out. Because
mate, you're a customer of a train, right? A civilian, but yet you're in the back of the kitchen showing people how to make a bloody cake in a microwave.
Yeah, and it's got to be the best cake in the world because he's mixing it there like that. And the two chefs next to him and Bobby looking at him like he's he's performing some kind of witchcraft miracle, like they've never seen anyone make fucking cake before. Are you supposed to whip cakes? And it's like, she literally stood there in the chef's hats and everything, and they're just like, I couldn't tell whether they were looking at him to say, "Bobby, why have you brought this guy into my fucking kitchen? What's he doing? That's not how you make a cake." Or whether, like I say, he was just like, "God, this guy's like the next Messiah. He's just come into this kitchen and showing us all how to make this fucking cake."
I was thinking more of like, what's this crazy bastard making a cake in a microwave for?
That was the other thing as well. In the fucking microwave. Yeah, just put it in the microwave, 15 minutes, bang. Yeah, it's up to God. It'll be the best cake ever. No, it won't. It'll be this fucking disgusting.
It's really weird scene, isn't it?
Yeah,
that doesn't need to be in there either.
I know. It's just like, oh, we just need to remind everyone that he is a chef, but not only is he a chef, but he's the best chef in the world.
Yeah,
he's like the Gordon Ramsay, or if Gordon Ramsay had gone to SEAL training.
Yeah, this is another scene as well. Got me. So as the train goes down the tracks, it rolls over some Chinese firecrackers.
What
It's
were
literally
they?
Chinese firecrackers, I think. So it's literally like very lightly.
I don't get what the point of them was. I did write in here. What was the point of it?
I
What
think
were
it's
them
to try and
things on?
stop the
Oh.
train or something, or to get it slowing down. Whilst everybody heard the noise on the train, supposedly, the two captains banging think it was an orgasm. The two chefs in the kitchen think it was some kind of torpedoes, even though, no, torpedoes are normally in the sea. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, though.
What did he say?
Yeah. One of them goes, oh, it sounds like some kind of torpedoes coming towards us. Right? The chef says the movie title, We Must Be in Dark Territory.
Oh,
And then we see two guys waving a red flag walking towards the railway tracks. And then he says to the train guy, someone's just been shot. And the train's like, oh, where? Who's been shot? Right here. Then opens them up with an SMG. Did you notice that guy was the one from Breaking Bad?
yeah, dude from Breaking Bad. Yeah,
Yeah, when he's like proper young.
yeah. Well, you say proper young. He still looks like a testicle.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
He
But
does.
yeah, that whole thing was just like really weird. Where you hear a couple of bangs and stuff like that. One thinks it's an orgasm, one thinks it's a torpedo. But then everyone says like the movie title.
Oh, because he goes, "What was that?" And he goes, "That was an orgasm. That was an orgasm." Like, no, I meant the explosion. You
Like,
stupid bitch.
the explosion's going on.
I didn't get why, if they're just gonna have guys walking down the track anyway, waving a flag.
Didn't need that, did you?
Why did they put them on the track in the first place? It's like I didn't get why they'd put it on the track at all.
No, I'll be honest with you. If I was a train conductor and I went over some stuff that was like a little bit of like explosions or something going on, and then I see two guys walking down towards me, I ain't stopping.
No,
I'm going out and putting a horn on, get out of the way.
yeah,
I'm going.
fucking, I mean, they're walking down, waving the flag, and
No high vis on or anything, so you know they're not a worker.
no, that's it. And then the fact that they get out of the train as well, you'd at least stay in it and like just kind of stick your head out the window, out the door or something. Yeah, just daft. But then again, you're on a train. Like I said before, the hell hijacks a train. So they're probably thinking, yeah, hijacked. It's just some guys, some reason walking down the track.
Yeah.
But then the helicopters arrive, don't they?
And then you get Peter Green as well, mercenary one, start shooting up the place as the helicopters and jeeps just appear out of nowhere. Like literally, they've had like fake bushes built up, haven't they? And the bushes just fell down.
Guys who didn't have ninjas coming down palm trees.
Yeah. Did you notice Freddie Mercury come on the train as well?
But he was Freddie Mercury. He fights him later on, doesn't he, Freddie Mercury?
But the whole audio was off. The whole audio was dubbed.
Was it?
Yeah, if you listen back to it, the whole audio was like when he shouts, like, get down, get down. It's not him talking.
Is that when like he grabs the woman with the kid?
Yeah.
Shut that kid up and all.
Yeah.
I think I did notice that.
Yeah, it's all dubbed over the top and it looks really, really weird. I had to watch it 3 times. I was like, yeah, that's not him saying that.
Because you see when he's patting that woman down and he pulls out a little knife and he goes,
Yeah.
what are you going to do with this? And he's like, I don't know, peel an apple? It's like, you've got semi-automatic weapons. Why are you bothered about her having a little 2-inch blade? Chill the fuck out, dude.
Like a little opener on
It
it.
was. It was. Oh, I just said, I'm just going to go and open some letters.
Bobby runs over to the baggage cart, just shits himself, hides. And the guy comes in and goes, check the baggage. And he just opens a full clip into the luggage, goes, baggage checks.
Yeah, I did like that. Baggage joke.
Yeah, we done it. It's all right.
That's what I would do. Just like,
And then the one guy had to open his mouth, didn't they? Another one who shot the chef.
yeah.
The chef grabs a knife, he gets killed by the bad guy. And the bad guy, he had to go and say it, didn't he? He had to say it. Any more heroes? Bam, pops up, Chef Ryback. Do you know what I mean? Any more heroes? And then he just pops up. It's like, oh, come on, that's bad writing.
Mate, yeah. But he gets all them guys killed, doesn't he?
Yeah. And I've got a few questions about this little section.
Well,
Right? Because obviously a lot of things happened in this scene.
Hmm.
How did Casey know that they had put the bomb on the car door on the outside?
that's a good question because it was just like a little hockey puck, wasn't it, that they kind of magnetized to the door. So it's not like they shouted, we're going to put a bomb on here if anyone's in there.
Right. Second, why were all the guys wearing safety PPE, like eye goggles?
That is another thing as well, yeah. Because they weren't even, they weren't even like tactical goggles or anything like that, were they? They were like literally the ones you get when you're doing like woodwork and that.
And then the bad guys opened up, killed everybody inside the car except for Casey. Because he was like hiding away somewhere.
The freezer.
And then what were they loaded onto the train? Right? And how did 2 small Jeeps, because we only seen 2 Jeeps, carry literally 600 luggage bags?
They were And they had a whole conveyor belt thing
Yeah.
loading the bags in. But
Yeah.
all them bags. But to be fair, there were a lot of it's almost like they literally packed everything they fucking could, because at some point, when they needed later on, when they need radar, they had radar. When they needed climbing equipment, they had climbing equipment.
Yeah.
They literally had every possibility. They probably had, oh, we're not going to be passing through anything with snow. Oh, just put the snowshoes in and the skis anyway. Not use them, but I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have if they had them.
They had like military style suitcases, and there was literally like 500 getting on like conveyor belt as if like loading a plane.
I love when that pen turns up. Like, the guy who's like kind of, he just looks around. He goes, leave in 20 seconds. It's like, no, we'll leave when we're fucking packed on, dude. Don't start setting your targets. And who are you speaking to on there? Because it's like, don't be dictating shit, mate.
Yeah. And then the last question.
So go on. Sorry. I'm gonna.
Why did they keep shooting radios? Because one guy opens up the door where the two captains are banging, shoots the radio, smirks and walks off.
Again, radioist.
Yeah.
I think he must. I think what it is. I think Seagal's is in this religion where they call radios a kind of voodoo or witchcraft or something. I don't fucking know. I honestly don't know. But yeah,
it's really weird. And then my next note I've got is because Casey attacked the guy what killed the 3 chefs, and then he comes out the freezer and he actually says this as words. Now this is something I've trained for. Why didn't he just hide the body instead of throwing him out to the guards?
Oh, I know.
He could have saved like the 3 guys, but still no.
Well, yeah, they all get killed because of him, because he, like you say, he sneaks up behind and throws him out of the train. And to be honest, I kind of like this scene in a way, because it kind of shown a little bit of realism, because usually in films like that, they would like take down one of the guys and no one would notice. But they do, because the guy comes out and they go, oh, there's trouble in there, so they just shoot it all up. They don't beat around the bush. They just shoot up the train.
It could have been one of their guys inside still.
It could have been, yeah.
Collateral damage.
I know. Oh, he could have just been the clumsy henchman and kind of fell out the doorway, banged his head, and then go and shoot up all his mates and that.
But generally, if you just defeated like one of the terrorists, you've got 55 terrorists stood outside the door. You don't throw the body towards them all, do you?
No, don't. And then
I'd be a bit more covert.
Well, yeah, to me, he got them guys killed, and then he comes out and the bodies are all gone and there's blood everywhere, and he don't give a shit. He just starts talking to himself, don't he? This is what I'm trained for. Again, mate, who are you talking to? Eh? Come on, lad. When you were discharged from the Navy because, like, you're a bit nuts because you're coming across that way, fella.
Definitely is, isn't it?
Like, yeah.
Definitely is.
But I got that. Why again with goggles? Well, then we get the big reveal that Travis Dane is still alive.
Oh, that's it.
Like, because we didn't fucking guess that before when you said he didn't find the fucking body.
Yeah. Another thing that doesn't make sense as well. So we're at the bad guy HQ part of the train.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it the bad guy HQ, that little train cart anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't know where, like, say, all the suitcases went, because, there wasn't that much luggage inside that cart for the computers. No. Did you notice the drill? It sounded like one of them squeaky chicken toys that you give to your dog.
Yeah. When they're putting the satellite dish into the ground.
Yeah. I was like drilling it all down. Travis does a little announcement, and how did they manage to air it on every single TV channel?
What was the point? After people had got the point of the fact that they were all in the back of the cars with men like being held hostage, why did he need to reiterate to them that they're being held hostage? They fucking know.
You got to see it on TV. You don't believe it unless it's on the TV.
Yeah, until it's just that egotistical that he needed to say, "Look, it's me that's doing it." Blah blah blah. It's just fuck off.
Yeah,
like you didn't need, and like you say, how did he hijack and just happen to be the TV that kitchen as well?
Every single TV. It was weird.
I'm assuming then that every TV on this train is just linked up for some kind of Hanoi system or something.
Auxiliary port or something.
Yeah. Maybe they had some man just going down, just saying, "We're just gonna set up the audio visual. Everyone just look this way for the presentation. It's going to be starting in 5 minutes. Everyone, are you there? Don't make me shoot you." I don't know why I always have to go camp when
that's it. And then the Whisperer starts creeping around the next few trains for the next 10 minutes, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He gets all creepy, which I think he's just living out his life, going through ducts.
It's probably 40 minutes of him just sneaking around the train, not actually doing anything.
Pretty much. Yeah.
He pops up on the train, upside down, pops his head through the window, goes to the next bit, he's looking through the door, goes for the next bit, he's looking through the toilet. I was like, what's this guy doing? Why is he just sneaking around the whole train all the time?
He's not only the Whisperer, mate, he's the sneaker. The other thing I was thinking was, because I was thinking through this, one of the questions I had was, why are they using the train? Now, they do kind of answer it a bit. They move. We've got 6 hours of continuous movement, no stop signs. As long as we keep moving, they can't track us.
Yeah.
Even though they do stop twice. Now, is no one monitoring the train's movements or anything like that? Because you'd think that there'd be some kind of like train control center somewhere that would notice the train does stop at some point, etc. But just ignoring that. But as well, is it just a coincidence that them two captains who had the codes that they needed to access the uplink to the satellite on the train? Like, it would have been better if they kind of explained how all that came about. Did they choose that train because they knew that they were going to be having this sexual rendezvous on the train?
I think so, but then that would have worked out perfect for, obviously, like you say, not stopping for 6 hours.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it could have been like one of the ones that stop every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Sure,
it could have been, it could have been like a commuter train or something.
Yeah, it just works out perfect for them, really, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. But it's just kind of like, if the captains had never agreed to meet on that train, he'd sent them tickets to the train or planted the idea of the train. Why did they happen to be on the train at the same time that they were being robbed? That's the bit I don't quite get how that came about. It's leaves a bit of a kind of hole in kind of the whole story and the kind of the background of it all.
Yeah.
But probably thinking too much into it. I don't think we really needed to know for the story to progress because the story's goddamn out there anyway.
Like I say, the next part of the scene anyway, you see them both getting tortured, don't you? And you get that really stoned guard chick who was doing it.
Yeah.
She looked high as fuck.
Yeah, she looked high.
When she was like going for the thing, like her eyes like half closed, like half cut. What would you say? It looks like solder iron or something, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, so it's like a solder iron. It's like really hot. And they're putting it into like towards the eye of the captains. So the first one is the female, Linda. She's about to get it into hers. And
good on her, she doesn't even fucking blink, does she?
No, she's like about to take it her for the team, isn't it? But then the other captain, the guy, I can't remember what his name was.
Dave, we'll call him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's called him Dave anyway for this because he's not really a big important guy anyway. So as Linda's about to get her eye melted out, Dave just panics straight away, gives the code out straight away, honestly, wasn't it? It was like 7 inches away from her face. She's like, yeah, okay, there's the code. Done that. Don't want her getting hurt.
All they'd have to do is look at her wrong to give that code up.
Yeah. And then it goes to the other way around where it's actual Dave about to get his eye melted. Linda's like, nah, fuck that.
yeah.
She's not even asked. It was literally like 5 millimeters away from his eye, but I'll get burned. And she goes, oh, all right then. And
he's like, please, just give him the code, please. And she's like,
no, mate, you get burnt.
Take his eye, cut his dick off, I don't care.
And then we see the Whisperer sneaking around a little bit more.
Sneaky.
Travis explains that satellite is a weapon of some sort, and obviously they go use it to blow everything up. The Whisperer sneaks around some more again on the rooftop of the train. Travis hacks into the satellite system, and we see at the start.
Yeah, did you think he was going to have sex with that CD the way you looked at it?
Oh yeah, he was loving it a bit too much.
And you think he'd have possibly made a copy of it? Because later on, when the CD goes off his tits because all his plan hinges on the CD.
Yeah, why would you have a CD though?
I don't know,
why
would you not have it on like, I don't know, hard drive or something?
Yeah. I mean,
CD, the shininess.
Yeah, you know back in the day, don't you? When you used to have a Walkman, right, with a CD Walkman on, them buggers used to scratch up to hell. And when you like listening to a song, it would skip songs and stuff. And it's like, dude, all I've done is took it out the CD case, pull it into my Walkman, and I've like maybe jumped or something on my bike. And it used to skip, didn't it, sometimes? Yeah. So you never used to have like shock resistance at first. Man, we're showing our age here, aren't we?
You used to have the little things, and you used to have to like get a big carry case with it as well because they were that bloody delicate.
Yeah, and the CDs used to get scratched up constantly.
Yeah.
Well, this one,
fine on a train, fine under a train, fine in someone's pocket.
They're watching the Whisperer sneak around, poking his head through different windows. Travis then throws the two captains out the train door as the Whisperer runs around and poking his head through different windows again. That's pretty much all that happened for 10 minutes.
First half of the film is just Steven Seagal being a peeping Tom. Really, I think they were just like, he just sent the camera guys and said, do us a favour, just follow him, you'll get some good shots of him peeping.
Yeah. I've got another one here, like Seagal just walking around, somehow Travis hijacks a satellite.
Yeah. That's all he does is like walks along the roof, sneaky, peepy, sneaky, peepy, sneaky, peepy. That's all he does, sneaks and peeps.
Yeah.
Sneaks and, that's what he should have called it. It's not Under Siege, he sneaks and peeps. Look, he's even sneaking and peeping there. Look at, he knows they're onto him. Look at you, sneaking, peeping bastard. Sneaky peeper. Oh, Jesus Christ.
He does nothing in this, does he? Until the very end.
No, he just wanders around sneaking and peeping. That's literally all he does. and takes the piss out of Bobby because Bobby just like, I don't know, isn't trained, so he has to take the piss out of him.
Yeah. The control room as well, they start freaking out, don't they? Straight away. It's like, no, the satellite's been took over.
Like, you literally see a scene of the satellite in space and it moves to one side and like, oh my God, the satellite's gone. It's gone. Like, we can't track it anymore. It's in space. Like, all right then. Yeah, fine. You can't. Your satellite's disappeared. All right, yeah. Fucking what? And then
the Whisperer fans, Bobby Tourette's. I called him Bobby Tourette's, mate, because he swears more than you in these podcasts.
He gets stuck on the roof though, Seagal, doesn't he? He goes to get down and he's like,
yeah.
How do I get down? That's trying all the doors.
It's like, oh shit, that plan didn't go to plan.
Thing is, right, I reckon as soon as he got onto that train, he's like, any excuse I am getting on with this train.
He's been waiting his whole life for this.
Everyone like with Steven Seagal's mentality, the first thing they want to do is get on the roof of a train because that's where all the good shit happens.
Yeah, definitely.
But he goes to Bobby, doesn't he? Bobby, go through all the bags and see if you can find anything useful. And he's like, but I'll lose my job. Shut up.
Yeah, dude, you got people with SMGs killing everybody that they can, shooting radios for Christ's sake. Do you think they're going to be bothered about you going in someone's luggage? So we're back at the control room again. We keep getting a lot of cutscenes now, don't we, between the train and the control room.
Yeah.
And then Travis plans to blow up the weapons factory in China.
Oh, do you see that? Where it's like, well, it's a manure factory, but they think they think it's a manure factory, and we think it's a manure factory, but they don't know that we know that we know that they know that we know that they know that I know that they know that it's actually a munitions factory. Like
what he said.
Like, yeah, okay.
Here's an interesting fact for you.
What?
That whole scene when the factory gets blown up, the China one that you see on the satellite.
Yeah.
That whole scene was pre-recorded for a different film, and they've took it from that film and used it on this one.
Lazy.
Yeah, it's the film, another Seagal film, Hard to Kill.
That does not surprise me that they took it.
Yeah, so they pretty much just robbed it off one of his other films and then put it onto there.
One thing as well, and I noticed it was a bit of a plot hole in this, right? So he says, so he blows up the China factory.
Yeah.
And there was a good little scene when they're all gathered around kind of the screen and the camera and kind of, I like that, but I didn't, it looked a bit weird that they're all gathered around. Everyone's like, anyway, but he says he wants $1 billion from customers, and that if he gets $1 billion, he's going to blow up the Pentagon.
Yeah. In
Washington D.C., right? The last thing you want to do is, if you're going to do a terrorist attack against a country, is ask for $1 billion in their currency, because the first thing that's going to happen is the currency is going to. You're going to want it in like something like Deutschmarks or gold,
yeah,
or something like that.
Good point.
And also, why the fuck is there a nuclear reactor beneath the Pentagon?
I don't know, mate. But yeah, it kind of like a little bit Dr. Evil, wasn't it, as well?
It was. It was like $1 billion. And he's like, why $1 billion? He's like, I got people I owe money to. Yeah, but $1 billion, dude.
Yeah.
Chill out.
And then like the Admiral comes in as well, doesn't it, after it's been blown up. The Admiral comes to the control room and we find out satellite is a weapon. It's been targeted to make earthquakes.
Yeah.
And the project was meant to be shut down 6 months ago, but they never shut it down, did they?
The CIA funded it.
Yeah. And we get a little bit of an info dump on Travis that he faked his own death 6 months ago after being kicked off the project.
Yeah.
And then this as well, right? This does not make sense. So Ryback managed to make a PDA using a phone line connected to the outside and turned it into a fax machine.
Mate, it's an Apple Newton. They're an actual thing, But I did look into it and they never had that feature of even email or messages.
No.
Or anything like that, let alone plugging it into a fucking phone.
Do you reckon Apple seen it and gone, oh, yeah, Steve, can you have a look at this film here? And Steve Jobs goes through his report and says, right, okay, engineers, I want that feature on our next one.
I want you to be able to send faxes.
Honestly, it's just like, what? That shit doesn't work like that.
But it's the same, because he did the same in that other film we watched, Time Cop, where you can plug. Apparently, everyone in the movies knows that if you go to a phone, you know exactly how to take the wire, plug it into some kind of PDA, make it either access the internet or a phone line or anything like that. Like
I might
bullshit.
try it.
Where would you even start?
I know. I might give it a try, mate. I might get like an old PDA or something, or a bloody pager or something. Stick it in, see if it actually works. Test it. Do a bit of Mythbusters.
You should do. We should bust film myths.
Yeah.
We should.
Can we do it? I mean, I don't think it's ever been done before, has it?
I mean, I can do it now. Get an Apple Newton and a phone line, and I'll just go. Doesn't fit.
Yeah.
Solved.
Busted.
Doesn't even does it have a fax machine feature? No.
Yeah.
Sorted.
I did like the conversation though between Travis and one of his engineer guys. Did you clock onto that one?
No, why? What?
So one of the engineer guys turns around to Travis and says, one of our customers has a personal favour to ask. He wants you to blow up an aeroplane. Travis turns around, tell him to forget about it. I'm going to blow up the Pentagon. He either gets on board or left behind. The engineer turns around to him, but sir, the gentleman's ex-wife is on board the plane. He will pay us an extra 100 million. And that's that scene when you see the aeroplane in midair getting blown up.
Yeah, I did see that. But then it's like, how does that even work? Because he says something like an earthquake in the sky. Well, that's not an earthquake, then, is it?
I don't know what you'd call it.
I don't know. Skyquake? I mean,
Airquake?
An airquake, yeah. But he took down a plane, but what did he do? Just vibrate it to death? I don't know. So I'm pretty sure the only reason he did that is because later on they do take down some bombers with it.
Yeah.
I think it's just to kind of legitimize the fact that it can take down planes. But
when that stealth bomber blew up, did you see like a laser beam hit it or anything? Or it just blow up?
I don't know what it did, but it was pretty close to the goddamn train. And they're lucky it didn't go through the stealth bomber. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah, we'll talk about that one in a bit. Then as I go through the tunnel, Marcus, being the blood hound he is, notices that the power on downstairs and sends down one-eyed Freddie Mercury to go check it out. He actually had one eye as well, didn't he?
Did he? I didn't know.
He had like a white eye, like a glass eye.
I just noticed that he looked like Freddie, and I was like,
well, looking for him though, the world's best martial artist is waiting for him.
Yeah.
So how did the guy not spray blood everywhere when Casey cut his wrist with a knife? He actually sliced his wrist with a knife.
Proper slices him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and like literally, I don't think he even trickles the blood. Like, wait a minute, in real life that would be like
19 as well,
spraying everywhere.
The blood everywhere like that. He probably could have sprayed it into Seagull's eyes.
That's it. Then he gets killed off by bloody Ryback. The Americans blow up the wrong satellite.
Oh God! When them generals arrive, so they're like, oh no, we need to call the generals in, and they come and they say to him, oh, is this to do with the earthquake in China? And it's like, dude, it's been like 2 minutes. How do you know there's been an earthquake in China?
Yeah,
it's like,
and why would you put two and two together? I wouldn't.
You wouldn't at all. No, you wouldn't.
Oh, what's this? Like top secret room you're in? Oh, is that the earthquake we got done over there?
Yeah, it's an earthquake machine. Oh, the earthquake in China. Well, that happened like 2 minutes ago, and China don't want you to use a munitions plant, so why would they even report it to anyone in the first place anyway? And they mentioned that you're in town to be at a conference, so where are you getting your intel from in the first place? So anyway, so there's that. But then I just love, like, there's no reason for them to be in there, and then the guy, one of the general guys starts telling people, right, everyone, find the satellite, find the son of a bitch. And it's kind of like, what do you think they've been doing anyway in the fucking first place?
Blowing up their own satellites.
Yeah. And then they have anti-satellite missiles. Are they a thing?
Probably not, if I'm being honest with you. But I don't know, the government have a lot of top secret weaponry we don't know about. But
then Travis calls ATAC, doesn't he? With the Eiffel Tower in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, how stupid was it? Was like, we've isolated a noise, so we took out the train noise. And like, right, put me through. He comes on the screen and he's got French music playing.
Bonjour.
Like something off a bloody Team America World Police at the beginning of sea puppets going past. But he's got the at least in front of a board with the Eiffel Tower behind.
Didn't he have like a baguette with him or something at one point?
Right, it wouldn't have surprised me. It wouldn't have surprised. So he scrambles the computer so he don't know where the satellites are. But I didn't notice it myself, but I did notice in the goofs a little plot hole. I think there was only like one satellite over America.
Yeah.
And like when later on, when like the satellites move into Washington to blow up the Pentagon and stuff like that, on the screen there's only a satellite that's above America, and it's like, well, I'm gonna take a wild stab in the dark that it's probably that one. It's like,
yeah, maybe go for the ones like above you first.
Yeah, the one that's kind of heading towards the Pentagon, not the one that's maybe, I don't know, on the other side of the world, like Australia or something. Maybe probably that. Okay, now. And then they're discussing the odds of finding the correct satellite, don't they? that gym guy pipes up again. He goes, "That's why they call it space."
Yeah.
And the general goes, "What did he say? What did he say, lad? Say it again." And he goes, "This is why they call it space because there's a lot of it." He goes, "Okay, just find the satellite then, yeah, kid. Like, pipe down. The fuck have we got working here?" Thanks for the input, Jim.
Nice one, Jim.
Nice one, Jim, lad. Yeah, so then we're back on the train, and we have a thing with Sarah and the bartender woman. We get a little bit of an expo dump about Casey. She says, "Uncle Casey has 2 medals that he is allowed to show anyone." How do you know about them then, dickhead?
Why are you telling everybody?
Well, to be honest, I thought to myself, I put like you know, okay then, yeah, because that happens. But apparently it does. Apparently there is such thing as a secret medal. And they're usually awarded at closed ceremonies where they're presented to the recipient, but they don't get to keep the actual medal. It's all just a big show. But since it's confidential, why does Seagal's niece even know about it? Why does Casey's niece know?
So it's just like a verbal contract thing. It means nothing.
Basically, like, here's a medal you could have won. Crack on.
Crack on, mate.
Well done. And then he's like, hey, Sarah. I've got 2 medals I'm not allowed to show you that I don't actually own.
She did do me head in a little bit in this, Sarah, to be fair.
I don't see why she was even on there. It could have just been Seagal just on the train, just, I don't know, going home to his new chef's job. I don't know why. I think Seagal was just like, "I need a young love interest." And they're like, "What for?" And he's like,
"Incest."
Yeah, incest. Like, "I want that 16-year-old. It's like, "You can't be your love interest, Stephen." Like, "All right, well, she can be my niece then."
Yeah.
It's like, "All right, Stephen, that's a bit weird."
I was wondering why they applied to do it in Thailand.
That's it, mate. He just wanted to. He could have just rented one if he went over there.
Yeah,
But,
get him younger, can't he?
I hear that like Catherine Heigl, that she has a bit of a bad reputation in being awkward to work.
Well, let's be honest with you, right? If you're a starting off actress and one of the first films that you work with is Steven Seagal, Ryback sneaks around a little bit more. Marcus is like a bloodhound, and he finds the tiniest drop of blood on the floor, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
It's literally, it could have been someone's nosebleed who had like blood on the nose too hard.
Could have been there for years. It could have been from previous train trips and stuff like that, or sniffs it out like a shark, doesn't he?
Yeah. Gets it straight off. So he knows that something's going on. Ryback again throws the body off the train instead of hiding him. Why would this guy not learn?
He fucking loves it.
Yeah. Marcus finds one-eyed Mercury and stuffed in the toilet, and he tells the guys to check the train. 3 of the guys, oh my God, did you get this bit?
Boom.
So Marcus on the radio.
Yeah.
Right. He goes, "Right, okay, guys, there's something a little bit sus here. I found a dead body. Can you check the train?" And there's 3 of them. Yes. There's 3 guys in the front of the train. When they say, "Check the train," literally all 3 of them look at each other, shrug the shoulders. One sticks their head out the window. Everyone looks literally left to right, and everyone like looks underneath his chair or something. And it's like, "Yep, all clear."
It's almost like the actors just did it to take the fucking piss. I mean,
It was.
It's like when my wife always takes the piss out of me, saying that when she sends me like to a room to try and find something, she always says, "Did you just walk in the room and go, say I'm going in looking for, I don't know, a book? Excuse me, room, can you give me the book?" "Oh no, I couldn't find it." And it's like, "Did you actually look for it?" Yeah. No, you just walked in the room, didn't you?" Like that. Go
It
look.
was. It was so weird, mate. Honestly, like literally one of the guys just like looks, leans back and looks out the window a little bit.
Like, they literally just go, "Not here." Like, "Yeah, he's not here, boss."
Yeah.
But then one of them then decides to go out, doesn't he? And Casey's making his way to the front of the train, and like he sees one of the guys coming towards him. Now that was the guy walks into where Casey is, and Casey's kind of hiding behind, and he walks in, and it's almost like when you watch him, the actor, whoever he is, he's walking in with his gun, and you can tell that he's trying everything not to look at Seagal, who's there, because he walks in and he's like, "Don't look at him, don't look at him, don't look at him," and then Seagal grabs the gun, puts it up to his neck, and shoots him. And it's like the guy was just waiting for it. And I bet you he's like, "This is the 6th take I've done of this." And Steven's just constantly too rough because he's prepared for it. Like, "Oh God, here we go again."
Stop breaking my fingers, you
He's
bastard.
like, "Get off!" But like he walks in, he's like, "Don't whatever you do, do not look at Stephen." He's like walking, "Don't look at Stephen, don't look at Stephen, don't look at Stephen." But he's like purposely not looking at him, even though he's like literally right there.
It's like a cliche, isn't it? Why does send that one person out at a time?
Oh, I know.
There's 4 or 5 of them. It's like, right, okay, you two go, and you two go on the other side. There's like 4 of them going out looking for him. No, send one person out at a time. And then they don't, when Ryback's on the rooftop, they don't even look whilst they're shooting. They're passing the guns to each other, like reloading them, putting their arm up above the train car, sort of like blind firing them both. Then they pass the gun to another one who's got it reloaded, and then they start shooting again. What happens then? Ryback gets hold of the gun and just opens fire inside and kills everybody.
Oh, it's just stupid, isn't it? It's like they've gone to the Stormtrooper school of shooting, haven't they? Because
yeah. And then to make it better, right? When they start having a little bit of a shootout on the side of the train, you see one of the guys using a window to hide behind the bullets getting shot, right? Literally like a glass pane window he's hiding behind. And then the doors that Ryback's hiding behind, you can see bullet holes going through.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, you see the sunlight coming through the side of the train.
In metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Ryback's like just hiding behind it. Bullet holes are happening. How did he not get hit?
I was thinking that because he just opens a little door, doesn't he? And like you say, it's only thin.
Yeah.
You can see them. Yeah. I don't know. It's like he can zero in and he can aim for any. But like the men are just, they're supposed to be $1 million mercenaries. He said these men cost $1 million. This is what $1 million gets you. And they just can't be asked even looking for like someone like their boss comes over and says someone's dying and they do this, and then when they go out they don't bother shooting. The most lazy ass fucking henchman you've ever
I'm not
seen.
being funny, right? If they turned up to me, right, I said, right, okay, what, I paid $1 million, right, for some private army. And they turned up, half of them don't even look like they've been to the gym in their life.
No.
Like proper overweight. One's old, like looks like a bully, like say a giant testicle who's driving the train. It's just every single one of them like overweight.
I'm surprised.
Not trained at all, like in shooting.
I'm surprised one of them ain't going down the side of the train with a fucking what's it called? The Zimmer frame, just like.
Wait for me, guys.
Yeah. But Casey must have an aimbot on or something, because it's like he can shoot them like without even looking. He shoots the opposite way and the bullet swings by and hits one of them. I swear to God.
But looking for Ryback. Oh my God! Actually, I've just clocked onto this bit.
What?
I'm gonna say it right. I'm gonna say it out loud. Right? Okay. So the next scene, we see the stoner chick with a sniper rifle, and she hits Ryback from the back of the train. Okay. You'll think it's dead, but no, he's gone underneath the train, hanging on the bottom of the train, as you just do.
Yep.
He got shot in the shoulder with a sniper rifle, which would probably go in and like blow the back hole of his like shoulder out.
Yep.
Right. Then he's managed to hold on to the underneath the train, climb down, like with a shoulder injury. But then through the whole of the film, he's got no marks on him, and he's fighting perfectly fine, as if he's got no injury.
Even later on, he's hanging from a cliff.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
not just hanging from a cliff, hanging from a cliff with another guy dangling from him.
Yeah, he's holding him
literally
up
10 minutes later,
whilst he's been shot with a sniper rifle.
Yeah. And Bobby says to him, "You've been shot," and he's like, "It's a bullet wound."
He does.
And it's like, yeah, I call it a bullet wound. You got shot.
Yeah.
It's literally the definition of a fucking bullet wound. Don't try and be cool, dude. It's like, yeah, but when she zooms in on him as well, see the zoom on that camera, on that scope.
Yeah.
Fucking, it's literally you could count the hairs on his mustache, and then he, like you say, he gets shot. But the amount of blood they find as well, and then he's like, oh, he must have fell off the train and so on. And it's like, yeah, if you just kind of do this, you'd see that the guy is literally under the train right there. Just follow the trail up. He's there. They do it in films. I say it every week. There's one of these things in a film, where it's like if you just literally just look, just do your job. Just look slightly underneath the train. You will see him there dangling. If you're ever going to be a henchman, right? Just look. Use your fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Use your eyes. I mean, he just. He even says later, assumption is the mother of all fuck ups.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Honestly, I say, he's been shot with a sniper rifle in his shoulder, and he just cracks on with it like nothing. Like you say, he's holding on to a bloody cliff, holding some other guy's weight on there. He's fighting everybody like, it's not a scratch.
Yep.
Oh my God. Mate, what? Did they shoot him with a BB bullet or something?
I don't know what they shot him with. I really don't. Maybe it was a spitball or something.
It's like, even his suit didn't even have any markings on it.
No, his suit was pristine at the end.
Yeah.
He didn't even have a single mark on. Penn finds the Apple Newton, don't we? And the faxes come through to the restaurant that Casey worked. Yeah. And then Bobby sees that Casey's been shot, and he says, "You call this being shot?" And he says, "Well, yeah, call it being fucking shot." Bobby starts hacking into the Apple Newton and all the recipes, and this is when they find out that Casey Ryback. Like, sorry, did you say Ryback? He's like, I trained with someone called Ryback. He trained me. He's the best man ever. Oh my God, he's got a dick this big. It takes 3 men just to wank him off.
It's like more arse kissing again, isn't it, of Seagal?
Constant arse kissing.
And then Ryback goes full Navy SEAL mode and starts making a margarita cocktail.
Yeah, what is that about? I'm making a bomb.
So, coconut oil, right? Mixing it up with some ice or whatever, and then just throws that at somebody and it just explodes everywhere.
Where did he get a pager from? How did he call the pager when none of the phones work to set the bomb off in the first place? Like, the fuck, what was that about? Because as far I might be wrong, because I did have a pager years ago, like before I had a mobile phone when I was a kid. I had a pager, right? And I'm pretty sure the only way you get a message to come up on the fucking thing, you had to ring up, leave like an automated message, and then it would come through to the pager. So how? I know the pager says like "fuck you" or something like that, or you fucking.
You're fucked, it says.
You're fucked, right?
Yeah.
So how did he get a message to come up on there when his Apple Newton's been taken by Penn?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
The phones aren't working.
So what you call Marcus is Penn?
Yeah, his name's...
Yes, it's Marcus Penn, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, yeah, just to clarify, so it's the same character.
Yeah,
I call him Marcus throughout
Marcus
this.
and Penn, yeah. Marcus Penn. Yeah, he throws the bomb at him and like it blows up and it's just like, but are these guys coated in petrol?
Oh, man, I put that on there, right? So I put on it, right? Did you notice that only one guy was set on fire, but then he grabbed his mate and set him on fire as well? He's like, dude, drop a roll, don't grab me. And then the CD drive happens to be right next to the elevator, right? So Bobby could come out and grab the CD. What's that guy? He blows it on fire, looks around, Joe. Oh, Erik, how you doing, mate? You're not getting burnt by this. Yeah, let me help you. Grab some, set him on fucking fire.
He must have doused the clothes in fucking gasoline or something or petrol because, I mean, like later on, just after that, he fires a flare into someone's thing and then all of a sudden he ignites.
Yeah. But the thing is about that guy as well, you see him with his little cocktail shaker. He puts a drizzle of like light fluid or whatever it is on the stairs, right? Have you ever tried making like a fire in your back garden, like your fire burner?
Yeah.
Right. If you put some liquid on it, 5 minutes later, you like that, that's not going up because all the fumes are gone. That's what you need. You need the fumes vapor for it.
Yeah.
Right? But I quite feel sorry for this guy. Because, like I say, he walked down the stairs, he got shot in the chest by a flare, falls onto the stairs where Ryback puts the smallest amount of fuel on. He goes up like a fireball and he gets kicked out of the train. It's like, poor guy.
Poor bastard. I mean, he didn't deserve that. What's he done to Ryback? Nothing. I mean,
and another thing as well, just before that, Sarah got took then, didn't she, out the crowd?
Oh.
She gets picked up out of the crowd. But
no, it's her.
Do you know how he knew it was her? Because she was eye fucking him.
Yeah.
Literally, if you know it, your uncle is like this super top Navy SEAL, bloody top agent guy who's going around causing all trouble for everybody, you wouldn't be looking at the terrorists going like, I'm going to fucking kill you type thing. Do you know what I mean? The guy's walked in, she's eyeballing him like, fuck.
Yeah.
So he's gone, oh, it's her, isn't it?
Yeah, it's clearly her, yeah.
Yeah, you know, Joe, you're looking at me the way you are. So I'm going to come over to you now and have a look.
Yeah, because they're all yeah. I don't know what you mean. Because I was thinking, like, how does he know it's her? But yeah, she is her and the bartender woman. Just literally, like, I fucking her. Like, he's walking around looking and he's like, that bird keep looking at me.
Yeah.
Oh, it must be her.
Like, drawn attention to her. It's like, what's your name? She gives a black name.
Yeah. And
says, oh, I'm a worker.
You're not unleashed.
Yeah. I'm a worker. I'm just getting a free lift, like, from here to there. There's like, all right, yeah, free working. Why have you got like a Navy SEAL cross that nobody else has got in the world other than Casey Ryback?
Then he goes from being this like kind of badass-ish mercenary. All of a sudden now he's just some kind of nonce. Because like, he starts sniffing her hair and everything, doesn't he?
Yeah,
and he's like, oh.
And then she sticks her thumb into his face, and he's there like jizzing. I was like, yeah, he just came.
She goes out and he goes, that's looking good. Do it again. Please do it again. It's like,
right.
oh my God.
Then I've got on here as well, right? Seagal does some more of his bullshitido on some more guys. Falls off the train, hangs off a cliff with his fingertips and another guy on his back, bearing in mind he's been shot with a sniper rifle. And then with a CD, why don't they just snap it? If they got that CD, snap it.
That was one of the plot holes that I read. That was like when Bobby got the CD, why didn't he just break the CD? Where was he running with it? What was he going to do with it?
Just break it. Job's done then.
I know, but good on Bobby, just like trying to have a few shots at him as well. But he does kill someone. I did put as well a good job. The bad guys packed rock climbing equipment. That was a good bit of foresight, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Guys, should we pack these? Yeah, may as well, just in case. You never know when we might need to climb down a fucking mountain. Yeah. So the train stopped because he's run off with this. That was it, because he were fighting, weren't it? And they were like, Ryback's got off the train, and they think Ryback's got the CD.
Did you notice as well, Marcus was saying on the radio, like, I think he said it 4 times, I think he counted, don't shoot. They've got the CD on them.
Yeah.
What did they do?
Shoot.
Every time they see them, look at the guy.
I mean, and Seagal's kind of there, like, dangling from the cliff, and like, the guy's kind of sails down. And he goes, give us the CD. And he goes,
yeah, give us the CD.
It's down there. And then Seagal kind of jumps over on, and I'm like, you blatant fucking little shithead. As if you pulled that off, you little dickhead. And then another guy comes down, and he's like, you just don't learn. Starts shooting, and just somehow managed to shoot the rope, and then he falls down.
He shoots it in one bullet.
Yeah, and then
one bullet with an SMG.
It turns out that the Bobby's dropped the bloody CD underneath the train because they go, oh, there it is. That shiny thing there. We got the CD, right? Everyone back on.
Yeah. Can I just say something?
Yeah, go on.
Well, let Arnie say something about that shooting the rope.
Go on.
Bullshit!
Yeah. Yeah, well said, Arnie.
I mean, the whole kind of bit that, cliffhanger. It's like, why the hell is he just like dangling from a cliff? Do you think he just seen it in Cliffhanger? Or I want to put that in my film.
Do you know how hard it is as well to actually climb up a normal thick, like 6-inch rope?
Yeah.
Right, he's climbing up a bloody shoelace, basically. Like, how is that working? That is not happening.
Off the tits. I don't. At what point do you think they just thought, oh, I want to be dangling off a cliff? Well, how are we going to do that when you're on a train? I don't know, make it work.
Yeah.
It's like, what came up with that?
Yeah, so the train starts moving as well. It takes something like a little elevator.
Yeah.
But luckily, Marcus just managed to shoot the bloody rope anyway. But lo and behold, he just manages to run around a corner. We're in the middle of a desert, and then managed to find a bloody old truck. Pops the bonnet open. It's already got the wires in place, ready for him to start hot wiring it.
What the fuck was that about? Because he literally goes over, opens the bonnet, and just goes, oh, there's 2 wires, like you say, just ready for him.
He's not cut them. They're already ready set up.
It was just ready and waiting for him to just come along. I mean, like, thank you, the gods have left it there for you. Oh, fuck off. But later on as well, I've seen on goofs that apparently, like, driving along, cuts into inside the car, and you can see the keys.
Yeah, the keys are inside it, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, he's driving along to try and catch up with the train, right? You not think it would have just been more inconspicuous to just stop the car and then jump onto the train, rather than jumping out of the car, letting the car fly over the train, down a fucking cliff or into the water, wherever the fuck it went, I can't remember. But like, surely someone's going to notice, like, someone in one of the back carriages will just radio through and say, dude, excuse me, boss, I just seen this fucking, this truck just fly over the train. And then all of a sudden, now I can hear footsteps on the roof. I think Ryback's back. How did no one notice it? I give up. By this point, I was just like, let's get this film over with.
Personally, I would have probably used the car to like slow the train down or stop the train. No, like block it or do whatever. No, not use it as an ET thing and fly off.
Well, that's what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to like fly the thing off the cliff into the train to try and stop it. But no, he just because he couldn't be bothered stopping the car, it's just cooler to dive out. Imagine if he dived out and hit a rock and fucking hurt himself, woke up an hour later and he's like, could have done with that car again. I'm in the middle of nowhere.
Or just rolls like off the cliff with it.
Yeah, I mean, just he could have just drove a little bit further and stopped nicely. And the guy whose car it is as well. Like,
Poor
where's
guy.
my car gone? It's like, found it 3 miles down the road.
So let's get this next scene right.
Go on. Which one?
Yeah, so we've got to try and break this next one bit, right? Because it's very believable that a chef at some random hotel just
Oh,
phones
God, yeah.
and they let him through to the high security, top secret control room of the Pentagon to relay a message that's faxed over by some guy he doesn't know using a PDA.
That's what I've got here. How does the cook even manage to call through to the ATAC fucking high security, off limits, 51 style bloody HQ?
Yeah. This super secret place, you're not going to find it in the yellow pages.
I know.
No, and if it does ring up through yellow pages, are you okay? Yeah, I'd just like to pass on a message from some super chef that we know who's in the train and getting
Gordon Ramsay.
took over. Yeah, and what are you talking about? Because I get the person secretary or whatever, because somebody else must have bloody answered the phone call. It couldn't have gone straight to the control room, surely.
No, because I'd say even if Casey had put details in the letter, how would Casey have known that he would need to contact ATAC? How would he have known what number to call or anything like that? So yeah, so someone must have put him through. But even 10 minutes ago, even the top brass generals didn't know this place existed.
Exactly.
Because they walk in what is this place? Where are we?
Yeah.
And it's some cook can just randomly call through and speak to them. And they take the call and they put him on speakerphone.
Yeah.
Through to us and he's like, yes, I've received this fax in my kitchen. It's like, okay, go ahead. Fuck off. That wouldn't happen.
And the whole general, everybody in the room oh, Casey Ryback, yeah.
Yeah.
Fist punching the bloody air.
I'm sorry, did you say Ryback?
Oh, thank God he's on a train with some random guys going on vacation.
And they're no.
And we're all obviously going on about, if Ryback's on the train, it's all saved. Oh, we're all good and that a lot. Ryback manages to catch up with the train using the broken down truck, whilst the jet's been scrambled to blow up the train.
Oh, stealth bombers. Mate, did you see, right? Just them stealth bombers, I said, right? They take off.
Yeah.
And obviously, they know by this point that he's on a train because obviously the chef's just called up and said, on this train. So they're like, oh, well, we'll find the location of the train. But then when you see the stealth bombers kind of take off and you see a view from them, are the stealth bombers having to follow the train track to find the train? Because you just see a point of view from the train going down the train track. And it's surely they could just fly over and say, there's the train, not have to fly down the train track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Surely, there's later on, you see on the ATAC board that they've got the thing of the trains. Because one was the other, and you can see the precise location on the track. So obviously, someone knows and is keeping track of where the trains are. Yeah, whatever. They've obviously just used some stock footage of someone going down a train.
The train actually goes on a different track now as well, doesn't it? Because it's been changed, and it goes head on with the fuel tanker. And it turns out Bobby's a master of trains when it comes to knowing everything about it. He goes, oh, that's a B5614. It's a fuel carrying train and everything like that's going to hit us. Mate, you're a reporter. How do you know what train schedules are going to be?
Oh, I know. And he just happens to have the fucking train schedules there as well.
Oh, yeah.
While they're talking, they've got every train schedule in line. There's coming, whatever. But then when Bobby goes, you're a sick motherfucker. Just put your there he is, stroking Seagal's dick again.
100%, mate. And then it turns out Marcus, obviously being a bloodhound, just smells the air, knows that 2 stealth bombers are going to be heading towards them.
That's the thing, yeah, because that's what I hear. It's how the hell? So all of a sudden now they have radar on the train, and somehow they're tracking the stealth bombers. But the whole thing about how he tracks them to blow them up as well.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because they don't know they've been sent off.
No, and it's there's something coming in and out of radar. Oh, so you've got radar now. Yeah, that's convenient.
And then they happen to be in a toilet with some bird. She's doing her makeup and that. And I put on it did Ryback just kill that guard with a karate chop?
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, because somehow Ryback and Bobby get inside the toilet with some bird. And she runs out, puts his tits together, and says, "Oh, my bra's broke." Then Ryback hits the guard and says, "Tits to die for." He's trying to do an Arnie, isn't it? With
He
one
is,
liners.
he's trying to get his one-liners in, yeah.
Oh,
But
it's bad.
then this is possibly one of the stupidest scenes with the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
So they go into the hostage carriage
Yeah.
and start a full-on gunfight in the middle of the hostages, right? And to start it off, he throws a knife at one of the guys and he goes into his neck.
Yeah.
Why are you throwing a knife? Just shoot him, because as soon as you did that, all the hostages went, oh! Anyway,
Yeah.
and alerted all the other guards. And then they're having a hip fire session
Yeah.
and all stuff like that, and like diving behind like chairs and having a full-on shootout while all the hostages are around. And not once did any of the men think, I know, I will take a hostage
Yeah, I'll use a
and hide
hostage.
behind them. Not once. Not one of them. All these hostages out and none of them use a hostage.
And Bobby was the worst one, wasn't he? He was like proper hit fire, blind, like closing his eyes,
Yeah.
like spray and pray, literally.
And the only person that got killed was some random guy for some reason who was in a military uniform.
No, it had to be that,
That
didn't it?
confused me because he's in a military uniform and I'm looking at him and I'm like, why is he in a military uniform? Does that signify something?
Yeah.
Am I supposed to have seen him at some point? Is this something that's been deleted? I don't know. But he doesn't give two fucks about any of the hostages because
No, not at
he
all.
starts a full-on gunfight in the hostage thing.
Yeah. And then the stealth bombers, they appear and they get blown up literally right next to the train.
How fake did they look?
You can see there's a bit of string on one of them as well when it blows up.
Can you?
Yeah. But, like, say, stealth bombers, right? Why was it that close to the train? Right, it was literally 6 feet away from the train when it blew up. Literally, you could have thrown a stone at it and like hit it. Stealth bombers, they're meant to be like miles up in the air to drop a missile.
Yeah.
They don't literally 2 feet off the ground and like just blow a missile. Like, it's going obviously go blow themselves apart there.
Obviously, it's just daft. And like, how did it? Because he says, "Oh, well, how are we going to find the stealth bombers?" He's like, "Air displacement. We'll look for that." Yeah, because that's just a thing that you've just came up with. Because otherwise, they would be no longer stealth bombers, and everyone in the world would be able to track them. If it
True.
was that easy to just look at the air displacement.
True.
What if there just happened to be something gusty nearby? Oh, it's a stealth bomber. Oh no, it's just a bit of wind, mate. Oh, someone farted.
Yeah.
But they look well fake, and then he's like, "I'm coming to get my niece now." But I do like it when there's like looks like there's going to be a little bit of a power struggle between Penn and one of his men, and I do like that when he goes stabs him, gets Ricky's knife,
Oh, yeah, just gets him straight off. Is that
fucking.
no thing whatsoever, is it? No hesitation.
So, anyway, so they separate the cart, don't they? Hostage cart.
Yeah, send everybody down.
And then Bobby then jumps back onto the train. Bobby just starts kissing his ass. He goes, he goes to Bobby, "What, are you a hero now?" And he goes, "Nah, man, you the hero."
I got dominoes as well.
Like, fucking hell, mate. Has he
Just
not
give him a
jizzed down
gobble.
your throat enough? Jesus Christ.
Oh, that's
He
what
is
I've got as
literally,
well.
the only reason he's in this film, Bobby, is to just give Steven Seagal compliments
Yeah.
and to show that Steven Seagal can say, "I've got a black friend."
Yeah. A little bit of comic relief as well, isn't there, in there? Because when the helicopter arrives, Ryback tells Bobby to climb the rope and take control of the helicopter. And then also tells it might not work.
Climb up there and see if you can commandeer that helo.
Yeah. Stoner chick then chases Bobby as they try to climb up the ladder together, and then gets dick punched by the stoner chick. Even the pilot is laughing at this point as he's turning around. He's getting his ass kicked. Bobby throws her out of the chopper and then goes to the pilot, doesn't he? No, sneaks around like a little, like bit of a camp voice, isn't it?
Yeah. Why don't you just go over there now? It's like me when I'm trying to take the piss out of someone.
Yeah.
But the other thing as well is, right, so when the chopper comes over and Bobby stood there and he's trying to ladder, does the pilot hear him when he's going? When Bobby's going, "Hey, come on, bring the chopper closer. Come on, bring the ladder down. Come on." Because he starts moving it in, and I'm thinking, no, he doesn't hear him.
No, he probably doesn't hear him, but you might be able to see him waving around. Because when he
Maybe.
first gets on there, he actually says, like, "I picked up the first guy," so he doesn't obviously know the whole crew, does he?
And then Bobby does his flip for the first time that she does to him. Like, he's seen it once,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's this big thing that he knows how to do it. Mate, I'm pretty sure that she's like a trained mercenary.
Yeah.
You've not just brought her along just for her looks.
Yeah, that's it.
Or her personality by the look.
She didn't have much of a personality.
She did not. No, she looked wrecked most of the time. So I'm calling bullshit. I know. Obviously, she's a woman, but he's literally not trained in anything, and somehow manages to outdo her.
Getting on to the final showdown now between Marcus and Ryback.
Slap
with some
fest.
hand-to-hand combat with knives.
Slapfest 95.
Yeah, it literally is, mate. So
he says to the niece, doesn't he? Your uncle scares me and I like it.
oh, come on, this is like more cocksucking to bloody Ryback, isn't it?
I know.
It's like
He's just a weird fucker. He is just a weird fucker, that Penn. He starts off as an alright character, and then the longer it goes on, the weirder he gets. I wouldn't be surprised if at one point he just came out in his underwear and just like, come on, let's
pretty much.
just like all greased
Yeah,
up.
he gets a bit excited, doesn't he? He gets a bit excited about trying to fight Ryback. Ryback gets a little bit of a slice at me and cuts his coat. He turns around and goes, "Fuck you, ruined my coat." Does Marcus not know you can't go hand to hand with somebody who makes their own martial arts or waving arms around? It's so ridiculous.
Because at one point he literally goes over to him and he's going like that, like slapping him, and then later on Marcus literally has a meat cleaver.
Yeah.
Penn has a meat cleaver, and he's doing this with his arm like he's in some kind of like ecstasy fucking fueled dance club, like doing all these dance moves, right? And I'm like, dude, you got a meat cleaver? Just start hacking.
Yeah.
He can move his arms as much as he wants, but just start fucking hacking.
Yeah, or swiping or do something. But no, Ryback being Ryback starts dancing with him, doesn't he? Starts like swirling around to get behind him and stuff, doesn't it?
It's a weird fight scene because it goes from like some actual, maybe a little, what you could call kind of, martial arts, kung fu, at a push.
Yeah.
And then it goes to slap fist. And then it goes to.
And then as soon as Ryback kills him, did you hear what he said? Nobody beats me in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Fuck off.
There's 1 minute left on the timer now as the satellite is about to blow up the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of them, and it clock's ticking down. Sarah makes a threat to drop the hand grenade, is given by Marcus with perfect timing, and Ryback comes running over and throws a grenade at Travis, blowing up all the computer systems. Dramatic clock counts down to 10 seconds. Ryback shoots the laptop that Travis is holding, and it stops the tech from hiding the satellite's location, and Travis falls out the window.
Right. Just stop you there. Right. So, a couple of questions. So,
Yeah.
First of all, right, I thought the whole point was that he had developed this like satellite dish technology.
Yeah.
That's what he said at the beginning. That he needs to keep moving this satellite technology, keep him invisible, and will be able to hack the ATEC systems. But then doesn't give two fucks when he gets blown up, or later on when a bomb goes off next to it and it starts setting on fire. Does not give two fucks. So there's that. The second one is that I thought this whole bit was through the whole film. Travis has gone on about how much smarter he is. He like taunts the guys at ATAC and everything about how smart he is. He's the smartest person in the world. He's this super genius, right? And then at the very end, pretty much the last scene together, what does Seagal have to do? Prove that he's smarter by shooting the phone. So he goes, "Are you telling me there's no way I can stop that machine from working?" And he goes, "Yeah." And he shoots the phone, and literally he says, Travis says, "I never thought of that."
Yeah.
And he's just like, it's just another cocksucking exercise for Seagal to say, right, so there was someone smarter in the film, but I've now outsmarted him. So by the laws of the film, I'm now the smartest person in the film.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Basically, that's what I took from
it. So he falls out of the train, of a moving train, and the oncoming fuel train is just about to hit their train. And I forgot about the bad guys who were in the front of the train. Literally, as the train is cruising on its own, you've still got Mike from Breaking Bad sat in the driver's seat of the train as it hits.
Is he still there?
Yeah, it cuts to him as it blows up.
Why is he not? I thought he would have got out ages ago.
So would I.
Why is he still there?
I don't know, but was that their plan all along to like suicide with another train?
Travis kind of does hint at it, kind of, when he says to Penn, "Oh, well, they don't know the full story," type thing. He does at some point. He does kind of hint to it before it all kind of for his final showdown with and that.
I don't know, but
why would you just sit there? But I was thinking the poor bastards in the other train, like they had no idea and like they just honking the shit out of everything. But that train crash was just one. It looked shit.
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
You could tell it was just models.
Yeah.
Two, you get a little shot of like Travis hanging on to a cliff while the trains are going over the bridge and hitting with each other. And he's
that was weird, wasn't it?
That was weird, right? And then you've got there's so much to break down in this because you've got Sarah somehow managed to get out the roof of the thing onto the helicopter, right?
Yeah.
And then the trains hit each other, and then Ryback goes flying through the carriage, doesn't it?
That's what I noticed, right? We see the train as it like lifts up all the furniture, and inside you see Ryback, or the stunt guy anyway, rolling around, and you got like shelving units and whatnot falling on top of him. So he's buried underneath all the stuff. And then it cuts back to him again, and it's Seagal stood up, looking out, and then it just does a brisk jog out the train. It's just like,
It does. You can literally see like the train carriage and everything collapsing and everything behind him, and you'd think you need to fucking get the hell out of there. And he's just having a brisk jog, like
yeah, really brisk.
like he's got all the time in the world just to run away from this train.
That's Ryback jogs through the train. He jumps and lands on the ladder,
How?
which is hanging from the chopper.
So at the same time, you got Bobby up in the chopper with the gun to the pilot's head, saying, "Stay there, stay there." How do they know that he's going to suddenly jump out of the train car that comes out? Right?
Probably told him when they wrote it.
Yeah, probably just quickly check the script, the plot. Anyway, but then the other thing I don't get is like, so Ryback's hanging now off the off the bottom of the rope string, right? The rope ladder. How the hell is Travis there?
Oh no,
Travis is just suddenly there on the bottom of his leg or whatever.
yeah, because he's about 10 foot in the air. His legs aren't they with the rope?
Yeah. How
And
did
then-
Travis?
yeah.
Did Travis just like make a giant leap? Because the last time we seen him, he was literally dangling from a cliff for his life.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now he's at the bottom of the.
And to make it even worse, right, which is not like making sense, he was hanging on Ryback's leg,
Yeah.
right? Not the rope ladder, because the ladder was still like 3 or 4 feet away from him. So in theory, Ryback's carried on climbing up the ladder whilst Travis is holding onto his leg to then reach the rope ladder himself. And then Ryback, being the dickhead he is, waits until Travis climbs to the top before closing the door, which slices off his fingers.
Oh, yeah. You know what I think it was, right? I think they just wanted a scene to finish the film off because the train then suddenly explodes and there's a massive fireball and you see the helicopter, which looks fake as fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think they just wanted a scene like they had in Die Hard, the first one, where Gruber like falls from the building.
Good point.
I think Steven Seagal just said, "I want that scene. That's the scene I want my Die Hard moment."
Yeah, and he falls into the fireball.
Into the fire, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point, that, actually.
Because I was thinking, why have they even... Travis is gone. Why are they even having him? And as well, you mentioned about him like dangling onto his leg. When I think there's a scene where I might be making it up, but they kind of do a wide angle scene, and Seagal's already halfway up the ladder.
Yeah.
When you see Travis hanging from Seagal's leg.
Yeah.
So it's like not only has he gone from the cliff and somehow jumped onto the rope, but he's also jumped halfway up the rope onto his leg. He shouldn't have even been there.
No, that's it.
The whole thing.
And then somehow, talking about lapse of security for the Pentagon, Ryback with a CB radio in a random helicopter manages to get through to the Pentagon control room again.
Yeah, because he just automatically knows which code to go through to.
What?
Yeah. To get through to the ATAC HQ, because at this point he doesn't even know that it's. How does he even know at this point that it's ATAC that have been dealing with the whole thing? He just automatically knows.
It's crazy. It's really
like,
crazy.
All the hostages are safe.
Yeah. And then we see, the very end of it is Sarah and Ryback in his white Navy uniform with 2,000 medals on his chest at the grave of Sarah's dad. Very awkward ending with a very slow credits. Yeah.
We made it. We made it.
We made it, ladies and gentlemen, to the awards.
Dude, this just to summarize, this was a painful film to watch. I had to watch it twice this week, and the first time it was kind of like I said at the beginning, I went into this with my expectations being so low.
Yeah.
It probably just could have been Steven Seagal having a shit on screen, and I probably would have gone, better than I thought. So it could have literally just been him squatting and taking a shit for an hour and a half, just watching the head come out of his. Sorry, I don't know why I'm just describing. Anyway, I'll move on. Don't look at me like that. I'm just
right. Okay, I'm going to change the subject quickly.
What I'm getting at is my expectations are so low that I came away thinking the first time I watched it that wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then the second time I watch it, I tend to sit down and I kind of try to look for, break down scene by scene so I can write down my notes.
More critical.
And I got halfway through and I'm thinking, no, I didn't even get halfway through. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so bored of this now. And I had a look to see how far I got through. I was 10 minutes into the film. And I was just like, oh, I can't write any more notes on this piece of shit. It's rubbish.
Right, let's get down to the clip quiz.
Go on.
Right,
go on.
I'll go play it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Mine's bigger than yours, right? It's not fair. Throw it away. All right? Come on. How about if I show you what it's like to be a victim like this guy? Huh? Come on. You're fucking dead, man! Ah, it's still not fair, that's right. Okay, how about this? I'll get down on my knees. Is this any better? Come and get some.
Well, I didn't know Seagal would have been in a porno.
Yeah, Seagal does Dallas.
Seagal does Dallas. Go on. I have no idea what this is.
No?
No.
It is Hard to Kill.
Of course. Yeah.
Yes. One of Steven Seagal's. It's on our list as well to do.
Fucking hell, I can't wait for that one.
Right, okay, let's get on to the awards. If you want to play along with us, let us know by either contacting us down below or on email.
Yeah, 6 and below podcast@gmail.com. You can also comment, like, subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if you're watching or listening, say on Spotify, please leave a 5-star review. It really does help. And if you can recommend it to any of your friends, family, colleagues, and to you.
Your nan.
Yeah, let your nan know.
So, Best Actor Award.
Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
That's right, the King Kong Award.
So, in this dumpster fire of a film,
yeah,
who would you say was your best actor?
I've gone for Erik Bogogo Cyan. Davis. Travis.
Yeah. Travis Dane. Really?
Yeah, I think he played quite a good side, evil guy.
Okay.
Who have you gone for?
I've gone for Morris Chestnut, Bobby.
Oh, Bobby.
Yeah. I don't know why. To be honest, I was just looking through the cast and I was like, they were shit. It was just a pile of shit.
Oh, that's why we rate him though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, it was a pile of shit, but yeah, it was oh God.
Who's your worst actor?
Well,
let's do the...
Yeah.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't give Seagal his own golden seagull. I was so tempted. I've been waiting for this moment, and I'm like, I honestly can't do it. It's what people will be expecting. We're going to give Seagal his Seagal. So I couldn't do it. So I went for Erik Bogdan.
Oh, did you?
As Travis, yeah. I thought he overacted everything, and he just annoyed me to shit.
Yeah. I've gone for one of the guys. What was in the control room?
Were you thinking the same as me? That you just couldn't give Seagal his own?
Yeah, he's a little bit too finger.
You couldn't give.
No, to be fair, like I say, it's one of his better films that he's done.
Yeah,
so it's not like the worst one out there for it.
You know you're a bad actor when you're being outdone by Steven Seagal.
Oh yeah, that's it.
I mean, who was your best character?
Bobby.
Really?
Yeah,
nice.
Bobby's the best character.
Yeah. Controversial. I went for Casey Ryback. He was put aside everything we hate about Steven Seagal and so on. He got the job done.
Well, yeah, because everybody's like, flicks his arse now all the way through the bloody film.
Well, yeah, I know he's walking around getting rim jobs as he walks past people, like everyone's sticking their tongue. Like, don't get me wrong, Casey's ass has never been cleaner than from the moment he stepped foot on this train. Well, even before that, because when he got his ass clean when he walked into his own restaurant.
Yeah.
But even so, out of all the characters in there, I had to give it to him because I don't know.
Surprised, but yeah, go on. There's no wrong answers. There's
there's not.
answers
well, there's smirking faces. Go on, who's your worst character?
The worst character, I've gone for Captain Garza.
Which one was that?
The one who's like tweaking constantly with like a cigarette in his hand every time it went to him in the control room.
His name's not Captain Garza.
It is.
It's not.
It is. I checked it on IMDb.
He's not Captain Garza.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Captain Garza. Have a look.
Captain Garza is the guy who dies at the beginning with the woman, the one who's banging the other captain.
No, that is Captain. Because I checked that one. There's too many bloody captains.
I'm pretty sure Tom Breaker. They call him Breaker in it as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because the two captains, what we're like getting it on, is Captain Linda Gilder and David Trilling.
Where did you get the other captain from? Because I can't see any other captain.
Gaza. But anyway, yeah.
Isn't Gaza the name of the satellite?
No. It's actually, it says Captain Gaza.
Oh, I've got Tom Beaker.
Yeah.
Tom Breaker, sorry, I keep calling him Breaker.
Anyway,
Tom
yeah, the guy who's smoking
him.
cigarettes, 50 cigarettes. Yeah.
Cigarette smoking man. All right.
Yeah.
I've gone for Marcus Penn.
Have you?
Worst character.
I didn't think he was too bad, to be honest
He
with you.
just got worse as he went on.
Yeah, he went a bit creepy, didn't he?
To the point where he turned into some creepy bloody paedophile.
3 things you liked about the film.
This was hard. This was hard, to be honest. And so I liked it when Penn stabbed his own guy.
Yeah.
When they like the fastest knife first. And he...
Right. So the worst character is one of your favourite things.
Well, I like that little bit. That little bit.
Go on, I'm with you.
Still shit. I didn't know what else to put, so I just put the seagullness of it. It was just kind of like, it just added to the corniness of it. Just about how much of a rim job this whole film was just for seagull.
Yeah. What's your third?
And then I put, my third one was when the film ended.
The credits.
The credits, yeah.
Okay, I've gone for Bobby.
Yeah.
I liked him as a character.
Right.
I thought it was like a bit of comic relief and that lot in there.
Yeah.
I like the way Seagal could make bombs out of everything. Let's get some coconut oil, make a little margarita, throw it at the guy with a pager, boom, blows up. As it does. And number 3, I like the way Seagal just waves his arms around and people in the near vicinity just fell over or died.
I think there's footage online on YouTube of him at karate competitions, literally doing that.
Yeah. Bullshitito.
Bullshitito.
IMDb rating, what would you give it if it was you writing it?
5.
Rating it, shall I say. I've got 5.2.
I've just straight 5.
Straight 5. I don't blame you, to be honest with you. Right, okay. The next one is going to be the Wall of Fame. So we have got 3 different categories. We've got one to skip, worth a watch, or a must-see movie. Let us know down below or contact us on email if you...
6 and below podcast@gmail.com.
In which category you'd put this in?
Skip it.
I'd put worth a watch.
Did you?
Yeah. Because, like, as you said yourself, right? If you've never seen this before and you watch it for the first time, it's an entertaining film. But unfortunately, when you're watching it for the second time within the week, it's a little bit dreary, isn't it? You know what I mean?
I don't know. If you're gonna have to go out your way to watch a Steven Seagal film, then
if it's just on TV, like just flicking through, if you've never seen it before, it's worth a watch. I wouldn't go out my way to watch it for the second time in a week, though.
No, I'd maybe. It is terrible. I suppose if you're going to watch a Seagal film, you go for Under Siege, but from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, this would be a close second.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'd concede then. Worth a watch. I'd say like Fred Claus was worth a watch. Needs to be like if we were putting them in order of a watch, it would be so far to want to skip it. It'd be
it'd be like on the borderline. These are not in any order, by the way.
No, these are not in any order.
No.
But yeah, fine. We'll put it in worth a watch.
Right then.
Yeah,
I think that is us done.
Yeah. That is us done. Well, thanks again. If you've made it this far, you're one of the good ones, and please do hit that like, subscribe. We release every week. What are we doing next week? We've got
we're going for Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter with Mila Jovovich.
That's the one,
and the husband directing. But yeah, so stay tuned for that one. But again, thank you. Thank you for all your support you can give us. Like I say, like, subscribe, share, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, much thank you.
And I've been Erik. This has been Darren.
And welcome in to Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Welcome in.
And goodbye from Six and Below Movie Podcast.
Take care, guys.